Okay, looks like everything is set up and ready to go. Make sure my mic is picking up over here. Yeah, it is. All right. Okay, good afternoon, whoever may be watching. Just doing a sort of lazy Saturday afternoon build, or at least starting on one. We'll see how far we get. Today, since I've been doing some pretty heavy stuff with the MGX, and then before that I had the crazy Gridman model from Tron. Today I'm going to be doing this here Megatron IDW Autobot version kit. So let's see if this one is a little bit less stressful than the others. Not that the others weren't fun or good builds, they were just pretty intense when it comes to engineering. So maybe this will be a bit simpler. Although I do hear somebody join in on the Discord. What's up, Dipper? Oh, man. Flame Toys boxes are always kind of fun. They're a bit thicker than the Bandai boxes, but there's not all that much more in them.
Is it the $25 version?
What's that?
Is it when you got the $25 for this?
No, this one I picked up at a friend of mine's game store. He's starting to sell Gunpla there locally. And they know that I am a big Transformers fan, so they grabbed this one for me. And because they're like, hey, you like Transformers? And I was like, yep. And they're like, here, we bought this for you through the distributor, and we're going to, sell it to you. I was like, all right, cool. I know, riveting story.
Yeah, because it was on sale like for the longest time on Bluefin for $25.
Yeah, I saw that. They also had like one of the Seekers, but it was Thundercracker, I think. Oh, this one's also Seekers. Yeah, which I mean would be cool, but I actually really want the Starscream from this line. But I haven't seen that one for sale since it came out because it sold out real quick and hasn't come back in stock yet. So that's kind of disappointing. Oh man, this is going to be annoying. All these runners are labeled the same. They're all F. Why is there an F5? Just give it a different letter at that point. Let's see, E1, E1, E2. You gotta be so weird, Flame Toys. I guess they're not wanting to follow the traditional tried and true Bandai methods. Like, I get it, but not everything has to be an F runner. Especially when they're not even close to being the same color.
I mean, that's just the move.
What's that?
That's just the move for the kit.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, like we've got C3, D2, another D2, C1. Like, yeah, I don't understand their numbering system, like, at all.
Maybe the manual make more sense.
Maybe. Like, I built their, the Optimus Prime IDW version a long time ago, And that one's runners weren't named all weird. They were like standard, you know, A, B, C, whatever. But these are very oddly named.
Guess just factory mistake.
I don't know. Also, it's a high gloss plastic, and I can see that the nub marks are already going to be kind of weird. Plus, it's got screws. Not that I care that much about screws. Like, screws are fine. But let's see here. This is a tiny, tiny man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you see how small the printing is for this manual? What the heck? The Optimus Prime was nothing like this. Oh man. This is gonna hurt my eyes to try and build.
Why is it so condensed?
I don't know. Maybe they were trying to save money on printing by making it smaller.
I mean, I don't know because the like the sticker is also like pretty bad.
Yeah, the ones on the Optimus Prime, there's like these silver ones that go around his like underneath his chest, and they're awful stickers. They just don't stick to anything. But wow, this is a, let's go with tightly printed. Like, man, I have never seen instructions for a model kit printed this small. Like, not even on like the entry grade stuff. Oh, good lord. All right. Well, I started it. Already got everything out. Might as well get on with it. Sitting here complaining about it's not going to help any. All right. What parts am I looking for? Yeah, their runner numbering system is already starting to get on my nerves for this one. Like I said, the Optimus Prime wasn't like this at all. The Optimus Prime was actually really fun to build. The instructions were really nicely done. I had a problem with those stickers, but I mean, that's nothing, like, wasn't a problem. It was just kind of like, could have done without, you know, the stickers being like they were, but this is like they want me to be mad at them. Let's see. Alright, pretty sure that's going to be a non-visible part. So what are you up to today, man?
Just waiting.
Working later?
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
At least doesn't have to deal with many people on these days.
Are your is like the after Christmas rush pretty much over at your place?
Pretty much.
That's good then. Alright, that goes in there like that. Alright. Why is this manual so tiny? Yeah, the layout is so terrible on this. Oh my god.
That's what we call cut corners.
I guess. But it's so weird. Like, I don't know. Like I said, the other kit that I did of theirs was like actually very nice, very enjoyable to do. But with this one, it's like they're like, nope, we are done with you having fun. Okay. That's okay. We'll make the best out of it. There we go. Okay, this song is really creepy. I'm not gonna listen to this. What the heck is this? Yeah, we're not gonna listen to that. Alright. Okay. I mean, at least the plastic feels good. It doesn't feel like crappy plastic or anything.
At least that's a good point.
Yeah, and like the parts are pretty well detailed. Like there's a lot of like if you look at the like these tracks that make up the inside of the shoulders, like they're actually fairly decently detailed. So I have confidence that this is going to be a good kit overall. It's just their manual is like WTF, yo.
Yeah.
those around 9 and 10. Okay. This is some sparkly, sparkly silver. There's one on the back. Go. That's where that goes. Good to know. Well, here's some undergating. That is some weird ass under is what that is. Okay. That. Now, is there supposed to be any like stickers or anything that go in there? Because there are stickers on this kit. Nope. It's just supposed to be blank, it looks like, but we're going to color it in. Make him look a little bit more dynamic than just flat gray on his shoulders up here. This piece here. Just fight them down, nubs. Come on. There we go. The pieces do fit together pretty tightly too, so that's a good thing. Like, it's not a poorly made kit. It's just, come on, guys. WTF is up with your instructions?
I mean, you're gonna see seam lines here and there.
I'm gonna try and clean those up as much as I can, but like, they're honestly not that bad. Like, these ones on the backs of the treads are like literally on the back of the figure, and they're gonna be covered up by back armor anyways. So I'm not overly worried about those. The one that I'm most worried about is there's probably going to be a pretty large one on the gun.
Yeah.
Like, because the gun is literally just two pieces split in half, so I might actually try to do some seam line removal on that. But, like, the way they've got it set up, I think they're trying to say that that's supposed to be a panel line. So I don't know if I want to do that or not. But, like, for the most part, I don't think there's going to be that many seam lines on this either. Maybe on the fronts of the arms here, so I'll look at those when I get to them. But I don't know. Unless you're looking at something that I'm not. Biggest downside to if there is seam lines is that this is a lot of the gray has like the sparkly stuff in it, so it's supposed to be all metallic. But
Yeah.
that is almost impossible to sand and make look good by polishing. So if there are seam lines, I'm kind of screwed on it because I'm not going to paint this kid. Come on. There we go. I hope that's right. these back out again. 6 and 7. So I kind of equate these kits to sort of a... I guess they're slightly a step above high grade. Maybe RE100 style. Because they don't have a full inner frame, but they got a lot more detailing on what they do have than high grades do.
But they do have a price more than a master grade.
That is true, but I think most of that, and not that this is trying to justify it or anything, just, you know, my personal feelings on it is that they're probably paying a lot more for the license, and also being the only company that's making anything model kit related with Transformers.
I mean, they're not the only one. There was an attempt. Was not great, but was.
I mean, Kotobukiya had those sort of super deformed Transformers, the chibi ones.
Yeah, that and the Takara Tomy one.
They had model kits?
Yeah, the one with the bat in the frame.
I don't remember that. I don't think I ever saw that.
Let me get it. There you go.
Oh yeah, I remember this. The movie one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically a frame arms kit at the end of the day.
Pretty much.
Okay, so those can just get set aside for now. Then we come back to these parts. Need G18. Yeah, I had seen that one a long time ago, and even at the time I was like, yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, it looked great. It just doesn't feel great.
Right. I'll say this, at least the plastic on this cleans up pretty nicely. It's not too hard, it's not too soft. Doesn't feel brittle or anything.
They do have a budget.
They do, which is probably why they cost so much, but I still say it's probably more the licensing than anything else. Bandai can get away with paying nothing for Gundam simply because
Well,
they
pretty much
do
because
everything.
they use, because mostly Bandai use their own property.
Yep. But I'm guessing these guys probably make more money off of the those high-end.
The Karakuri.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more their bread and butter than these ones. Because most Transformer fans not gonna build auto or something like that.
Yeah. But man, as cool as those figures look, they are so expensive.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, I paid $250 for that metal build Comfer. But even to me, as a massive Transformers fan, I feel that those are a little bit ridiculously priced.
Well, to be fair, those are $400.
Right, exactly. And they don't transform. So as a Transformers fan, I'm like, so you're telling me I'm going to spend this much money on this toy or this statue of a Transformer that I can't transform. Like, nah, I can go get one that looks almost as good that actually transforms from a third-party company. Sorry, Bo.
I don't think any third party do the IDW version.
A couple of companies are starting to get into it.
I think I just saw Hasbro like review the box for the Unicorn or something.
Yeah, that thing is big. And somewhat ironically, I'd still rather have the that third-party one that came out.
The one that Choppy reviewed?
Yeah.
Because I know like the transform manual is like 20 pages plus or something.
Yep. I think they showed a video of one of the designers doing the transformation on that big new Unicron, and it took like an hour to go through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, that's a bit much even for me. Like, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but man, that is a bit much.
I mean, and there's anyone gonna like put it in the planet form just to display it?
Probably. But you've got to transform it if it's going to be in robot mode, because it comes shipped in planet mode, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if you want to display it in both modes, you're going to have to do that transformation at least once. Alright, and then I need part B21. That's for both of them. All right. Okay, yeah. I see what they're doing here. They're trying to play that off as a panel line, not a it's not a technically a seam line.
Did they announce the Optimus Primal is a model or a figure?
Which one?
Flame Toys. Optimus Prime.
I mean, they've got the 2 or 3 model kits of Optimus Prime, but I think the new one that they just showed off a couple days ago is one of their big expensive figures.
Because I remember there was like a review of the Optimus Primal with alongside with Rodimus and Windblade as a model.
Wait, did they show Windblade? Because I know they showed Hot Rod, the new Hot Rod.
Yeah, like you know, like before they got like into the controversial stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it was before that.
Okay.
Like the first scene of Windblade. Yeah.
I think that Windblade was, I think it was supposed to be a model kit, and I think that Optimus was one of their figures, because they've already put out several different Optimus model kits. Like, I think there's 3 different versions, because there's the Optimus Prime, the G1 version, the IDW version attack mode, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So,
Because I know there was Leo Convoy too.
yeah.
Leo Convoy when they got out too.
Yep.
So the Primal was a figure, yes.
Yeah.
But it's not the high-end figure, just like the normal style figure.
Yeah. And as far as I know, it's still not transformable. Which is, to me, kind of like... Like, I don't know, like, that's the whole thing with, like, the red line that they put out this year. That Hasbro put out.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I give a crap about a line of Transformers that don't transform?
I mean, most just like me, like of all people, like just want the robot mode, doesn't want the alternate mode.
I mean, I guess. Like, and I'm not going to begrudge anybody that. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I don't get the point of having the Macross figures that don't transform as well. It's like that's the entire like gimmick. That's what they do. I'm not going to buy something that doesn't do what the thing is supposed to do. Though I guess you could call me a little bit of a hypocrite on that because I do buy the crap out of Sailor Moon statues and they don't transform, so.
They don't even articulate.
That is very true. They do not.
That's why you go with SH figure art.
I don't know, man. Those SH Figure Arts Sailor Moon figures are not the greatest looking in the world.
I mean, pretty much.
Like, they're not bad. I think one of the things is, like, I like owning SH Figure Arts as long as they stay in the packaging. So, like, I got those,
true.
Like,
I don't even, like, put out my Figma or something out of the box anyway.
Yeah. Because, like, I got those Scryed figures, the whole line of those, and I'm not gonna take those out of the box. Like, unless I can build, like, a diorama or something to display them, they're just gonna sit in the box forever. Because they look cool in the box, but I know that as soon as I take them out and try to pose them, they're not gonna be the best. Because they're, like, the older SH Figure Arts, and they're not bad figures, they're just not... Like, I mean, comparing them to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles SH Figure Arts I bought a while back, when they were on the ridiculous sale on Bluefin.
Yeah.
Like, half off.
I saw that.
Like, man, those things are amazing figures. They are super cool. But, like, the older SH Figure Arts kind of fall into the same category as the old Revoltech stuff. I screwed that up.
Pretty much. But hey, at least they're cheap.
Yeah, true. Well, they used to be cheap. The newer ones are definitely not cheap.
No, the new one, the animation color or something like that is more expensive than the old one.
Yeah. There. Almost screwed that up entirely. There. Now, back together. Yeah, I'm okay with figures disguising seam lines as panel lines on things sometimes. It's not always great, but this one seems to be pulling it off pretty okay, I suppose. Ah. Go. And then we throw that on. Why would they do this? Alright, that's right. There we go. Yo, Math, what's up?
Hey there.
How's it going?
It's fine.
That's good. Did you get all your shopping done?
Mostly yes. I'm still thinking about getting a Booster Shinky,
Ah,
but I need to watch reviews to actually see what they come with, because all the pictures I can find is just on the outside of the box or the figure in like the pose on the box, but I don't know what accessories they come with. So gotta check that out. Then have to decide which one I'm getting.
makes sense.
Yeah, and currently I'm standing on this party to make the hair round again. So, yeah, that's annoying.
Hmm.
I've been standing for 2 hours straight, and I only removed like 2 millimeters from it.
Jeez. What grit sandpaper are you using?
200, I believe.
200. Jeez, that is high grit, bro.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why, but like my putty is stupid hard right now. Like it was soft, then it was normal. Now I'm sanding it again after I put the super glue on. So to fill the holes, now I'm just trying to sand it down again.
It's probably because of the super glue. That stuff gets really hard.
Yeah, probably. But at least the holes are filled and I'm gonna paint it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
Wait, does it even fit on the back of the head? Um, this goes there. This goes there. That seems to fit. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That is fine.
That's good then. There it is.
And you are building your Megatron, right?
I am. It is so far interesting, but mostly because I'm still very puzzled as to why Flame Toys decided that they needed to make the manual for ants. I didn't know ants could build model kits, but apparently Flame Toys is going to accommodate them no matter what.
Why for ants?
Dude, this manual is tiny. Like,
Oh,
absolutely tiny.
okay. Like on screen it looks big enough, but I guess.
It is compared to a Gundam manual. This thing is just tiny. Let's see.
Yeah,
Do I
okay.
have? 1 second. I will do a quick comparison.
Oh, okay. I reached a part of the body that's still soft. What the fuck?
Yeah, your super glue is just probably interacting with it weirdly.
I shouldn't have put the super glue on the fuck. I asked. That's why I asked. Man, like, fuck, now I have the entire forehead shape fucked up again. Okay, I shouldn't sand anymore because now I'm just putting ripples in it.
Yeah, that's probably best to stop now while you're ahead.
Well, okay, where is my Gundam marker? Do I have a black Gundam marker for painting the hair? There we go. Hey, does Gundam marker stick to putty and super glue?
That I don't know.
Okay, it does.
Okay, good.
So I can just go over that and see how well it looks. 116.
Welcome. How can I help you? Status.
Like, do you even see it anymore when it's like this?
Hmm.
Closer. It seems they are dreaming.
Oh, damn it. Okay,
Let me know, please.
so
Moment.
it's not a good idea to. Okay,
All dreams recorded.
I made another hole with the Gundam marker in the putty.
What?
Like, what the fuck is wrong with my putty? Like, can putty expire?
No, it might just be that the material doesn't work well with the Gundam marker uh, thinner.
Hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, but like, normally the putty inside of the part where no super glue was shouldn't be soft, right? And this is like still soft in the inside.
No, it may not. That you may have not let it cure quite long enough.
It has cured for, I believe, 4 or 5 days now.
Oh, then yeah, it should be plenty fine. I don't know, man. I am not a putty expert.
Yeah, me neither. This is like the first time using it, so. And I got the putty for free with some paints that I ordered, so maybe it was expire. I don't know if it can expire or shit.
Or just not great quality to start with.
Like, it was Tamiya putty, so it should be fine, right?
Should be.
No, I
But
guess I let that sit again.
all right.
Oh, yeah. Huh. I just want to finish this fucking head so I can go on and work on the next part. Because I need to see how the head would interfere with the body. So I can't start working on the body and the arms if I don't know the head. Fuck. Ah.
I have full confidence that you will get it figured out, man.
Yeah. I mean, I could build the Lord Astray remake, or in that case, any of the other kits I have planned. I really want to finish this custom off, so I don't know.
Alright, let's see if my panel liner will work on tiny Megatron face here.
Okay, that sticker sheet looks not really nice.
For what?
The Lord Astray double rebake.
Yeah, I've heard it's not exactly
there's
what
like...
one would consider color accurate.
I mean, it's mostly fine because most of it is for lenses and shit, but there are two giant white stickers that go over very three-dimensional pieces. So, yeah, that might turn out not great. Oh, god damn it, that has so much details. I don't want to panel line it now.
Why not? That would just make the details look even better.
Yeah, I know, but I just want something that I can quickly snap together and not give a shit about right now. But like, that's not it.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm building this instead of I was gonna build the HG Ryro, the TR5, but I started looking at it and I was like, I kind of want to paint the parts that are supposed to be yellow, like the tubes and the thrusters and stuff. So I decided to set it off and do it some other time.
Yeah. Go back in there. How does Bandai fit all this shit in the boxes, man?
Very carefully.
Yeah, but like,
Because
I put them in the exact same order I pulled them out. But it just doesn't fit. There's like, I don't know, half of the box is missing somehow. Like, I need half the box more space, but... Okay. Let's just press this down further. Okay. We might have broken parts now, but it's back together.
I'm pretty certain you probably didn't actually break anything.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay, first grade Zaku 2 it is.
Jeez. Fair enough.
Not like 2 seconds.
I mean, if he wants something that he can just throw together and not have to care about, that'll do
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I've built the normal Zaku and dirtied that up a little, and I painted my Gundam in gym colors, so I don't know what to do with the Zaku, too. So. Okay, I should still remove the nub. Nah. Do I remove the nubs now? Do I just don't give a fuck at all?
Always remove nubs. If something's worth doing, it's worth doing right.
Oh,
No,
okay. Just got that shit. Get my tiny sandpapers. Get a knife covered in super glue. Huh.
Yo, what's up, Bobby?
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad.
So I have
What?
I have a question.
Sure.
I built this kit recently.
The same one that I'm working on?
Yep.
Okay.
What are you gonna do about the chest?
I am going to take this here black Gundam marker, and I'm going to run it through them lines, and I am not putting that damn ugly-ass sticker on.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't realize until I had already panel lined the whole thing that there were stickers for it. And I looked at the stickers and I said, no thanks.
Yeah, right? Nope.
But I ended up actually painting it, and it worked out really well. I just did a brush paint with some chrome silver, and then I did some smoke over it, and it made it that sort of like darker aluminum color that the sticker is, but I still got the panel lines on there.
Yeah, but my problem with that is that I don't want the chest to be a different color than the rest of the body.
Ah, okay. So you're going for the animated, what that picture on your stream looks like.
Yeah, like what he looks like in the comic. Like, I'm not looking for... Because, like, even if you look at the pictures on the box, like, they don't show him with a different color for his chest. It's the same color as the rest of the armor.
Okay.
Just
it's
with
just
the
that
black
sticker.
Yeah. Like, that's the only thing on this entire kit that is that color. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. That's just that would make it stand out more so than it needs to.
But I also, some of the purple stickers, I couldn't figure out where they go.
Yeah, me either. I'm looking at them and I'm like, yep, those are stickers. They are gonna go somewhere probably. I kind of want to pick up another one of these and do it in the black with the yellow caution lines on it from the the Gladiator Arena version of Megatron from earlier in the comics, because I think the head sculpt looks really good for that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of don't want to because I'm like, these are expensive. For, no real reason. Also, what is up with this tiny, tiny manual that they give you?
Yeah, I thought that was funny, too. I was like, why are these pictures so small?
Why is it all so tiny?
Yeah.
Is this a model kit for ants?
Yeah. I mean, the only good thing is that it's, like, all in color, but it's tiny.
It is tiny.
So, But no, the only reason I did it, I'm not super familiar with the modern Transformers stuff. But I was at like a hobby store and it was 40% off. So I was like, oh, I'll do this. So I think it's normally like 60 or something. And I got it for like 30 something, I want to say. So
yeah, my one of my local game stores actually starting to get into carrying Gunpla, and they got a deal with Bluefin, so they're buying stuff off of them. And the guy who was doing the ordering was like, hey, since you're the person who convinced us to start carrying this stuff, I saw this was in their shop, and I know how much you like Transformers, so I picked one up for the store, and I'll sell it to you for what we paid for it. So I basically got it at cost because they're
nice.
like, they're like, thanks for being a good customer, thanks for letting us know that this stuff exists. And like, because one of the things that they got the Bluefin distribution deal for was to start carrying the Mr. Hobby stuff for like paints and everything, because they're really good paints and tools for like even Warhammer and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, yeah, for turning us onto this and letting us know that this is a thing, like, here. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know why my local hobby shop doesn't have any Mr. Hobby stuff. They only have Tamiya, which, I mean, Tamiya is good, but there are some Mr. Hobby things that I would like.
Well, the question is does your local hobby store, do they get their stuff through Bluefin or somebody else?
I mean, it's got the Bluefin stickers on it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean much. So, like, Southern Hobby, which is a big comics and collectibles kind of distributor, also sells Gunpla and stuff like that. But they don't do... Like, basically, they buy their stuff from Bluefin and then redistribute it through Southern Hobby.
So they're a redistributor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because, I mean... So it's a Hobbytown USA, so it's like a franchise.
Yeah, that one's hard to tell. I don't know them.
So it's like, it's individually owned, but I'm assuming they have some sort of deals that they have to go through because they are using the Hobbytown name.
Right.
So, but I don't know. They, like I said, they have Tamiya, and then they focus more on like RC stuff, really.
Okay, so if it's RC, that's why.
Yeah.
I can 100% tell you that. So I've got an RC shop here in town, and all they carry is Tamiya stuff, because Tamiya is like the brand for RC people.
Well, I mean, they have like a bunch of other brands too. They just don't have Mr. anything.
Right.
So they have a small Vallejo section. They have testers, and I think they have one other one.
But Tamiya is like people who are into RC hobby stuff. They're like they want Tamiya or nothing.
Okay. Well, but that's different kind of Tamiya paint. So like they have two different Tamiya sections.
Yep, because there's one of them that's enamel and one that's acrylic.
Yeah, so there's one that's supposed to go. I guess the RC plastic is like rubberized or something.
Yep,
is what the guy was telling me. Because I tried to buy one of the. They had like a clear pearl top coat in the other section. I was like, oh, that would be cool. And I picked it up, and the guy's like, you just do the Bandai stuff, right? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, this isn't gonna work. This is for the special type of plastic that's on the RC stuff.
Yep.
And I was like, damn. Because I'd really like a pearl. So I got the pearl gloss injection Wing Zero real grade. And it looks real nice, but I would almost like to do another, like a top coat of pearl on it. I don't think it's quite pearl enough.
Matt or Dipper, do either of you guys remember what the brand was that Crow used on his MGEX?
No. Sadly not. Like, was it Gaia Notes?
It might have been Gaia Notes clear
it was
or pearl
called
blue or something.
Sapphire, right?
Yeah, something like that.
But like, I don't know. I don't know the exact name, sadly. But I also don't feel like the Pearl Wing really needs more pearl, but that's just me, so...
Yeah, no, I guess I was expecting it to be more glossy than it is. But
Okay.
like the body is fine. I just feel like the wings aren't quite glossy enough for me. But that's just me.
Uh,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if he actually mentioned it in his video, but Kurosama did painted his MGEX and did a pearl top coat on it.
Mhm.
That looked pretty decent. So you can go like check out his video and see if he mentioned what pearl top coat brand he used on that.
Okay. But
Because I
Yeah,
know,
actually,
I asked him when he was in voice chat a while back, and he showed me what bottle it was, and I just totally spaced on it.
I mean, if it was like a Gaia Notes, that would make sense. Of course, that's a little bit more expensive than your average paint.
Right.
But because I got their Nazca primer, which is very good, but smells very bad. So my painting setup is kind of prohibitive. Like I have I have a cardboard box that I turned into a painting booth that I use in my bedroom to paint. So
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, my exhaust fan's only like 200 CFM, so it doesn't quite pull as much as I would like to do like lacquer stuff, because lacquer just smells freaking awful.
That is true. I mean, that's why I'm not doing any painting for any of my kits until, 2, maybe 3 months from now, because the weather appears awful and I can't
You
open my
mean
window.
4? You're saying 4?
It should be fine by the end of March.
I don't know, man. My birthday's at the end of March, so like I kind of have like a subconscious, record of that weather, and it's like it's worse than you think it is. Let me just say that.
It's very up and down, I'll say that, but I do think it'll be better in March.
I remember it snowed in like May.
Oh,
like,
no,
a
yeah,
couple
that's
years
happened
ago.
before as well, but the thing is, you start getting workable weather in March. Like, there are some
I
days
guess.
where it gets up into, like, the 50s and 60s, and it's not too wet. So,
I mean, I open my window at like when it's cold because my computer makes a lot of heat.
right.
So, but yeah.
There we go.
Otherwise, I'm slowly working on this perfect grade red frame, which is my first perfect grade. So,
Nice.
fuck yeah.
Man, that ball joint sits way down low in the neck on this thing, don't it?
Yeah, the head doesn't do much.
That's fine. It's Megatron. He just needs to stare at you menacingly.
Yeah, no, it's like a really solid looking kit, and his hands are freaking huge. Just wait till you get to the hands.
Oh, yeah, I already put those together, and I was like, I
Uh,
had to do kind of a double take and be like, are they supposed to look like that? Because those are really big.
I think they're actually like, if you look, I think Gundam hands are just small.
That's
Like
possible.
I think the Megatron hands make more sense than like I've got my Megatron right next to my HG Cerevi,
Right.
and the HG Cerevi's hands look tiny. So,
Another thing to remember is that they're really way smaller. The Transformers, way smaller in like scale technically.
does that have a scale number on it? I don't even remember.
Nah, none of these are scale
I
model.
don't think so because
They're not
most
on scale,
Transformers
but
in the
generally
comics don't
they're-
have a cannon height, do they?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
but
do.
generally they tend to be more around 8-12 meters than 18.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, these are definitely not to scale because the hot rod that they've got coming out is about the same size as the Optimus and not Omega Supreme, but Ultra Magnus and all of those. And I'm like, yep, none of this is to scale.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
still, the scaling of the original design somewhat influences the proportions.
I almost bought. I went to the hobby shop today, and they had it's like I think it's Optimus Prime broken glass or something like that.
Oh,
Shattered
Shattered Glass? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I almost got that for the person who was doing a Secret Santa.
I just saw it and I was like, that looks cool, and it's not too expensive. But I ended up instead getting real grade Freedom and high grade Exia Avalanche.
Interesting choice.
Okay.
I just needed another because I just finished real grade Zagok, so I needed another real grade.
Have you built any of the larger seed real grades, like the Destiny, Justice, Strike Freedom?
Strike Freedom.
Okay, so you already know about that is not a nub moment.
That is not a what?
That it's not a nub moment on the B frame. Leg specifically.
I just know that I hated the way that kit's weight was distributed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of like with the real grades, I just expect the worst, and if it's not that, then I'm happy, you know? So.
I don't know. I don't think I've built a bad real grade. Like I
mean,
broke
bad is one thing. I wouldn't call any of them bad, but there are ones that just don't hold together as well as other ones, I feel like.
Yeah.
The only one that I've had that problem with is the Freedom.
Oh, really? Well, it's
Yeah.
I think it's number 8 or something. I forget. It's set on I think it says on the box what number
I
it
think
is.
it's number 5 or 4. Freedom's
Yeah,
really early on.
It's really early. So
The only one I had problems with is the Zaku because his feet just don't want to stand up because they're so tiny. So the Zaku just always falls forward or backwards.
Yeah, which is weird because I didn't have any problems with the first 4. Yep, Freedom is 5.
okay.
Yeah, both Zakus were really fun. I'm not a big fan of the high mobility type. Which Zaku did you build? The high mobility type or the regular? Yellow?
math.
I have the normal Zaku.
Oh, okay. Because I had
Like-
that problem with the high mobility type Zaku, but I didn't have that problem with either of my other Zakus. But that might be because my high mobility type is posed with all the weapons it comes with attached to it, and that's a lot of weapons.
Is that the Johnny Ridden?
Yeah, it comes with 2 bazookas, a heat hawk, and a gun, and you can attach a heat hawk, a bazooka, and the gun to its shoulder pad, and then I just have it in the other hand holding the bazooka. So it's got a lot of weight on it, so it's not surprising that it has a little bit of an issue standing. It gets the job done, though.
Yeah, there seem to be a few kits that come with a lot of stuff that can't actually hold all the stuff. So.
Yeah.
Like, actually, a kit that I was surprised I had problems holding stuff with is the MG Sazabi Verka.
I have not built a Sazabi Verka. It's on the list, especially because I was disappointed by the real grade.
It's cool as hell. I love it. I even did metal parts for all the verniers.
Nice.
And the pistons. I made all those metal too. And I put hollow gold and white decals on it. But the problem is the hands have half ball joints, so they're not like a full ball. It's like half a ball on the wrist, and they cannot hold weight. So I don't know. I probably just need to
Oh yeah, they're the Verka type. So yeah, those ones don't like weight.
Yeah.
I've found they work decently sometimes, but a lot of the time it's not the best.
The fingers are good. I
Yeah,
don't
the
have a problem
fingers
with
are
the
good, but the
fingers.
wrist is one of the worst parts
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
They should have just done the PG method where the wrist is still built. Oh wait, PGs don't come with posable hands anymore. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, really?
I'm still pissed about that. PGU doesn't, and I'm pissed about it.
It's just the PGU that does not, but
I don't know. They were kind of phasing it out. Oh god, that freaks me out. My
Yes.
favorite real grade is 2012 and is the 10th release.
Which one is that?
Which one is that?
Zeta.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's
Huh. I
It's
still
one of
need
the
that
best.
one. I still need that one, but every time I see it, I see something else that interests me more.
A
I-
very fair outcome.
I like that RG Zeta more than I thought I was going to.
It's
Yeah.
one of those kits. It's like you think it's going to be ridiculous, you think it's not going to be that enjoyable, and then here you are 2 years down the line. It's still standing strong. Some real grades have just fallen over, and it poses and transforms like a beast.
I haven't
it's a Zeta
transformed
with
it yet,
torso. Oh,
but the poses are great. Like I've got it doing like a kneeling, like rifle aiming pose, and a lot of kits won't even do that, and it has no problem.
and like the fact it's a Zeta with a torso articulation that still does the transformation, and it's like a good transformation. Like I've done the transformation without taking parts off it, and it is fun.
Now that's pretty impressive. I'll do it eventually. Probably next time I have to move it, but I like the way it looks right now. So
I used to be really afraid of transforming kits, and I think it took until I got the MG Zeta Plus, and then I transformed it, and I'm like, oh, this isn't that bad. Okay, let's try the real grade Zeta, and then I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. Okay, let's try the XS, and then it turns out my XS has a problem, and it's like, oh, it doesn't like to transform.
I just don't think. I think most of the transformations don't look very good, which is why I don't do a lot of them. But
Well,
I don't like the double Zeta. I don't particularly care for the XS. I can appreciate the XS on a technical level, but I prefer its S Gundam forms where it splits into two, because those look better in my opinion. I don't like it when it turns into a brick. When it turns into something that looks like a plane, I like it.
I liked the one I did transform was HG H2 Magnum. I thought looked really good in its flight form.
Yeah. The aged ones look interesting to me. I've never built one, but I'm hoping Pro can find a Dark Hound.
Well, I mean, H2 Magnum is technically a build kit, but
Yeah, but it's similar
based
thing,
on
though.
age. Yeah.
yeah, I believe it does the same thing as the H2 high grade
the-
does, right?
Yeah, the
Because it
H2
shares-
already transforms.
I shouldn't even be contemplating spending more money, but I want to ask Crow if he can find a Delta Plus Master Grade. I just spent $400 on a printer. I should not be doing this.
Did you get a 3D printer?
Yeah, I got a resin one. It was called the Algu Mars 2 Pro.
Oh, I've seen that on the like Amazon homepage.
Yeah, they recently restocked it, like last night, literally.
I haven't had any of the 3D printers, but they make like a lot of electronics hobby kits, like Raspberry Pi stuff and like diode and LED packs and whatnot, and they're pretty good. So but
Then comes the endless experimentation of trying to get parts to print right. Hopefully it goes well.
yeah, I would like a 3D printer. I don't have anywhere to put it right now. So I have such limited space.
Just don't breathe in the resin. You should be fine.
Be a rebel. Breathe it in. Breathe in deep.
It would not end well. Ugh.
So I've been doing this Sharpie panel lining, and I cannot get it to not have this like frosted look, no matter what I do to it.
Okay, there goes half my Zaku again.
Yeah, cleaning it up is the most challenging part.
Yeah, it goes on super easy.
Yep.
But so once again, I'm doing a coat of smoke over it. That should help. But this is for RG Tall Geese.
Ah.
the normal Tallgeese or
Yeah, it's just whatever one's the retail RG, so not P Bandai.
Not
should
the
be
and not the
normal.
TV color version.
No, it's just whatever. It got back in stock on USA Gundam, and I ordered it.
Ah,
So it's probably just whatever the normal one is.
oh,
I think it's the
that's-
EW version.
Then yeah, it's just the regular one then.
Yeah. Okay.
But I heard it's still a good kit, so
Oh yeah, no, the RG Tallgeese is probably one of the best RGs they've done. All right, where am I missing a piece? I'm missing that.
Okay, I think that's back to the nice imposing nature of that. Maybe not. It's a little too far out. Fuck. I can't use that as a reference point. I've got to use the lines.
have you tried using like the other metallic Sharpie colors other than the silver?
Yeah, I got a 6-pack. It comes with bronze, silver, gold, green, red, and blue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just got the bronze, silver, and gold one.
Yep.
The bronze looks dope.
Yep.
I love it. Like, I put it on like dark blue pieces.
Yep.
It looks so good.
Bronze on dark blue is always a good look.
I did that for the arms and legs of the RG Zaku. Which I was gonna like finish it today, but then I ordered water slides. So now I gotta wait.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just hate the stickers. I hate them so much.
Yep.
They look awful.
Most Bandai stickers do, sadly.
I think those ones I had to order. I got them off eBay. I think they're coming from China, so
So
gonna be a
take
while.
them a little bit. Yep. I will say it does kind of bother me that the center of the chest with the Autobot logo is
sticker.
no, not that it's a sticker. That does kind of bother me, but not as much as the fact that it's got that shiny silver background and literally nothing else on the kit does. And it's like,
Yeah.
why? Why do you have to be different and difficult?
I think they should have just made that like panel lines, but
Yep,
whatever.
Or water slide, although I'm pretty sure I can find water slides for this kit somewhere.
Or
Wait,
just
Megatron is an Autobot? What?
it's
In
special
in
version.
at the end of the IDW run in More Than Meets the Eye, when he joins the crew of the Lost Light, he denounces Decepticon ways and becomes an Autobot.
Hey, what does
Okay.
IDW stand for? I don't
Uh,
know.
It's just a comic publisher, right?
Yeah, but I don't remember what the name actually stands for.
Oh, but it's just the publisher of that comic.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they also do other stuff. Like, don't they also do some superhero shit?
Mostly they do 80s stuff. So they have Transformers, G.I. Joe, just a bunch of 80s like cartoons and shit.
Yeah, they do have like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and
Yep. Ghostbusters.
So
think
all
Power
of the
Rangers
shit
as well,
from
right?
my childhood is what you're saying.
Yep. And they regularly have big, massive crossovers with each other.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
then
In
you
fact, right now I'm waiting for the Transformers My Little Pony crossover they've got coming out.
Of course they do.
Of course they do.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stop liking Transformers now.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
God
I
damn
mean,
it! I hope they
Transformer
make
fan and
kids
Brody
of it.
are the same.
Have you ever decided it was a good idea to cement a runner?
No.
To what a runner?
Cement a runner.
Like
Why
put
would you cement the runner?
Okay, so it's an A runner, so it has the multiple segments, right? And you know how the multiple segments have the little points that you can pop out, right?
Sure.
Yes, technically.
Yes.
Basically, there are points that are in between where the colors change on the runner, where the different plastics swap out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, one of them wasn't connected, and it was making the whole runner floppy. So I decided to just cement it back into place so that the runner isn't floppy anymore.
I have a better solution.
You
For
just
cut-
cut the part out. Just cut the parts out.
Right.
Or you just cut it into the separate colors. So every point where they're connected, cut every single one.
Just cut out everything beforehand and then have fun trying to puzzle it back together.
I've done that before.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Good thing it's only a first grade.
I'm not sure if I'm getting a first grader the kit that I actually asked for. Not sure.
It's a first grade.
Really, it's a
Super
it's baby's
basic,
first
tiny
local kit.
thing that doesn't really move.
Okay.
Baby's first model kit.
No, that should be the entry grade. Don't get a first grade, man.
Yeah, I bought 2 of my nephews' entry grades.
Had that.
Yeah, the entry grade Gundam is great.
It's real good.
Yeah, it is. Have you seen the Glory of the Ass Gundam?
No.
You need to be enlightened.
No, he doesn't.
The Ass Gundam is my magnum opus. Where did I put that? Wait, why does that always happen?
The first grade are basically like old school 90 kids. Just with. Or like old school 80s kids, probably.
Okay,
So it's just one single color, nothing going on, no articulation, basically.
this is the Ass Gundam, and this is its legacy.
Oh, Jesus. I think I actually have seen this before.
Good.
That's ridiculous. Ugh.
It took a day to make, and I do not regret it. Maybe a little bit. It was kind of painful not painting with thinned paints.
I just feel really sorry for MGXia.
That's a PG.
Oh, that's a PG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Beam Saber is also PG size.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, I had parts left over from the Faz, and one of them was the tip of a double Zeta Beam Saber, and I'm like, you know what? This sounds like a great idea.
I still need to do that kit.
Faz
Yeah.
is a fun kit.
I keep almost buying it and then not.
Almost buying it.
Yeah, like I'll put it in my cart on like a website, and then by the time I check out, I've deleted it from the cart. So I'd be like, I could buy this $100 and whatever dollar kit, or I could buy 3 $50 kits and still be good.
Yeah, so I mean the way I normally do the getting the stuff on the Q-tips is the Ronisol has that little flip out white tab at the top. I just like press the tip of the Q-tip up against that and just kind of like snap it over once. Like don't like pour it, just kind of like flip the bottle once and let it go back so that the tip of the Q-tip is just barely damp. And then that usually works out very well. Because it'll soak through the Q-tip so that you can use both sides of it.
Yeah, I usually use sort of like the tip of it a little bit and then like the sides a little bit. But I also try to like get a decent amount of panel lining on like the raised edges too.
Yeah.
So that ends up, for me at least, with having a fair amount of excess.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, that one. That's been pretty much a judgment call. Like that's hard
Yeah.
to say one way or the other.
The way I think about it is, if I put more ink on it, I can always get rid of the ink, you know. But if I don't put the ink on, you know, I don't want to have to put more on. I guess is what I'm saying.
My concern would be putting too much on to start with and causing problems with the plastic because
It doesn't. Like, I think we had this discussion.
it usually
But-
doesn't. I get that, but like that,
The
the raised
problems
areas are the
come-
problem.
Well, no, the problem is when it gets trapped inside the kit.
Yeah,
That's what I figured out the problem is. But if you're lining it on the runners, you could baste it in this stuff and it's fine.
yeah, pretty much.
Because it just needs to be able to evaporate. That's the problem with if you try to do it on an already built kit and it gets in the seams, it won't evaporate and the enamel thinner will just eat the plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it taste any good?
Plastic? Yeah,
You'd have to ask the Panaline accent color.
depends on the type of plastic. ABS is a little too crunchy for my taste, but KPS is right there.
It's like
I'm
cream.
more of a fan of the Coke bottles. I like to eat those. Like the bottle caps of Coke bottles. I like to eat them. Or just chew on them for a period of time.
Interesting. So not the polycarbonate, but whatever the fuck they make the lids out of. I think this manages to get the original spirit down.
There we go. Guess we're on to the waist now.
So that's front, that's back, okay.
I've also really gotten into the 30-minute missions.
Those
Things are tons of fun.
They really, really are. Especially when you start getting into like all of the different like customization packs and stuff for them.
Yeah, which I have.
Yep.
I bought tons of those little things. And there's like, because of the way that they're built, you can do all sorts of weird shit with them that like they don't even think of.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Like the one dude who made a dinosaur out of them.
Yeah, that
Like, he
sounds
just took-
sounds reasonable.
He took 3 of the normal Alto and just made them into a dinosaur. And it looked fucking great.
I also have like a bunch of build equipment that I never really used on anything. So like the Zeonic sword, the like booster, stuff like that.
Yep.
And I think I can put those on the 30-minute missions as well.
Yeah, you can. They all share the same 3mm connection part, so. God damn it, I hate the fact that the first grade don't come with sticker for the eyes.
I mean, they are baby's first mobile kit, man. Come on. Or a mobile suit.
Yeah, but at least give me a fucking sticker for the mono eye. Or at least a black sticker to go around it.
I don't even. Does the entry grade have eye stickers?
Nope.
No,
it's
but it has
molded.
color-corrected eyes. This kit is just one solid color.
Ah.
It's just the salmon red color that Chazaku mostly is based on.
Mm.
Like, none of the other colors are on the kit itself. You
So
need
it's
to
like
paint
you have
everything.
to paint it. Yeah.
Basically, as I said, it's like the old 70, 80 kits, right? Like, just one color, like the body is two halves slapped together. Head, two halves slapped together. Arms,
Mm.
two halves slapped together. Everything's basically two halves slapped together.
On
Sometimes
what?
there's a joint in the middle.
On what?
First grade.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking on P Bandai US they have like it's like an advance of Zeta, like really small scale kits. I don't know how
Oh.
to put it.
Yeah, those ones. I know what you mean. Like
But
the
those,
one
when I looked at
200
the,
or something?
yeah, there's two different scales in there because like the really, so they all end up roughly the same size, but like the really big suits are a smaller scale than the not as big suits.
Yeah.
But I looked at the pictures and it looks like maybe they're all one color. Like
Yeah,
each
pretty
one
much.
is just one color.
Yep.
And I was like,
They
I don't
are
really.
because they're so tiny. Like they only, I'm pretty sure they also only compose of like 5 parts max.
Yeah. So I ended up deciding not to get it because I was like, I don't want to paint that.
I really don't understand the appeal of the Advance of Xeon stuff, like or Advance of Zeta. I just don't like it.
It's just weird. That's why I like it. It
I
doesn't look
just
like
like the
anything
woodwork
else.
design.
Well, I ordered the Hazen Plate 2 from P Bandai, which I think is based on the Woundwort, but like bigger.
Yeah, the Hazenflay 2 is like Woundwort combined with like Hazel, but it has bigger parts, like in canon.
Hmm.
It's just a Woundwort that has leg extensions and arm extensions and shoulder extensions and not really much of the original Woundwort kit in it.
Mm.
Like, the thing is, all of them are basically new molds. But, like, it's supposed to be the same mobile suit every time, that just has different armor.
Like I think partially like what it reminds me of is like Zone of the Enders with those like pointy ass feet and like a lot of sleek lines on it. You know, less blocky than your average Gundam.
It's just
Yeah.
taking Zeta designs and cranking them up to 40.
Yeah,
I don't
pretty
know, because
much.
like Zeta designs go between like your regular. I just recently watched Zeta, and I feel like Zeta has two modes. It has looks like a Gundam and looks like some weird alien shit. Like that's the two modes of Zeta like mobile suits for me. And I feel like AOZ kits are in between that because they still look very mechanical. You know, they don't have like the weird bubble design of a lot of the Zeta kits.
Well, it's because a lot of them are like, well, what if we had the one kind built into the other kind?
Yeah.
So you end up with stuff like Proto Assheimer based on the TR4. Or no, not TR4. Wait, is it TR4? I'm mixing things up, aren't I?
I don't know.
TR6.
TR6 and TR1, I think, are the AOZ.
TR6 is the Woundwort.
Yeah, 6 is Woundwort and 1 is the Hazel.
But like the regular Zeta stuff, like I've got like a HG Gaza C, and that thing looks weird as hell, but
Yep.
in a different way than like the AOZ stuff does.
I should actually like watch some UC Gundams.
Watch 79. 79 was fun. Don't watch Zeta; it's bad.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of people who really like Zeta. I thought Zeta was pretty decent myself.
It's just too serious for me. Like it's too into its own shit. Like there was no like 79 had a good mix of like serious and goofy. But Zeta was just like all bleak all the time. Like I lost count of how many like people's love interests die in Zeta. It's like feels like every episode.
I mean, that's dark period Tomino for you.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to see, like, if you want a good example of that, go watch Ideon. Like, there's a reason that he gets the nickname Kill 'Em All Tomino.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna watch that because I don't like that. But it's like the same reason I don't like Seed. It's like it's too freaking serious.
Oh, well, Seed is...
Seed was serious? What?
Well, I mean, it comes off ridiculous because it's too serious. Like all the characters are extremely serious in that show. Like nobody ever makes a joke in Seed.
Seed
It's
is
just
too
like-
far up its own ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and Zeta felt similar, whereas like 79, they had a lot of fun with it. You know, there was a lot of goofy shit in that show.
There we go. Oh man, now I gotta deal with these tiny, tiny, tiny pieces.
Can't be that bad, can it?
They're pretty small little screws, I guess.
Talking about the rivets.
Oh, okay, I see
little-
it.
the tiny-
Yes, these are... Yeah, they are tiny, okay.
The tiny little red rivets that go onto the sides of the waist.
Yeah, they're not that. I mean, if you've done like RG crossbow,
Yeah, they're not. I mean,
I
I've
mean-
done RG and Matsumina and that damn head.
I really want to do that kit, and
It is-
every time I go to buy it, it's out of stock.
I really liked it. I liked
That
it
was
enough
my
that I'm getting the Amatsuhana now.
Isn't that P Bandai?
It is.
Yeah,
That's the white one, right?
It is.
Yeah, the Matsumina was my second HG that I built, and that was quite a step up from the Astaroth.
I've got the no grade 1/100. I haven't done it yet.
Oh, I
keep
should
meaning
do
to.
that. It's probably expensive as heck right now, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I'm assuming they don't make it anymore. Seems
I
like most of
think
those
so.
no grade kits don't get reprinted.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
didn't
even know
they
if I'm
just-
gonna do mine though, because like I've got the real grade, I've got the Hana coming in, so like, why do I need the 1/100 Mina?
I just want a 1/100 because I've got a blue and a red.
Right.
So like I want them to make a green 1/100 and then the gold one, just I guess for completionist purposes.
oh, they are like they're non-grade ones of all of them, right?
Yeah, that's the ones that we were talking about, are the 1/100 ones.
So they have a 1/100 green as well.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure they did, right? Or was that? Didn't they like do a 1/100? It's either P Bandai Master Grade or it's like just the non-grade one.
The only green frame I'm aware of is the 7-Eleven one.
No, there's an HG.
Is there?
Yeah. But I think I've also seen like third-party recolors of the master grades
1/100.
where it's just basically a blue frame, but they did it in green plastic.
There is a no grade. 1/100, a straight green frame.
Hmm.
Like, pretty sure. Yeah,
It's got to be
kit
expensive.
came out
though.
like 2009, so good luck finding it, but
Yeah.
here's the link.
I mean, I'm sure I can find it on eBay for like $200.
Hmm.
Because I think I found the no grade 1/100 gold frame, and it was like some ridiculous price that I was like, no, I'm not paying that.
Just
Yeah.
the regular gold frame or the Amatsu?
I'm not sure. I think it was the Amatsu.
Ah.
But regardless, it's I'm not gonna pay that much for a no grade.
Right.
Yeah, understandable.
If anything,
First
like
link is green frame, second link is gold frame. So both of them exist in non-grade 1/100.
okay, so that's the Hana gold frame.
Which honestly doesn't look bad even as a 1/100.
Yeah, like,
The no grade.
No, I mean I'm
I
sure they
could-
look good. They're just
what is it like?
I mean, if that wasn't from Japan, I would buy it, but the shipping on that's going to be as much as the kit. So,
Also, yeah, those are probably not in stock anymore. It's just that
Oh,
the
okay.
site. Yeah, no, it says sold out. Notify me when available, and I'm pretty sure they won't get reprinted anytime soon. So
like
it's
green
just
frame,
basically like this site. I basically just use as like
does the
news
kit
site or
exist?
just to keep track of shit.
I mean, I guess if I want to do these frames, I could just repaint. Like, I could just buy like a MG blue frame and repaint it.
Like, I have a gold frame here that I could get for $70.
Huh, they don't even have
But-
the no grade Amatsumina on Manda. Let's see, do they have the green frame? Let's see, let's do a straight.
Like, that site should have everything, but they don't have it in stock at all, basically. It's just like to check on the original prices of the kits. That's basically the only reason why you.
Well, they used to
Want
have
to
the 1/100 no grade astray green frame for 2,000 yen, but it is not currently in stock.
Yeah, they had them sometimes, but like.
Let's see. Oh, let's see. Is there anywhere that's got them in stock? One sec. Actually, the Matsumina 1/100 isn't all that expensive. There's guys selling it for $55 on eBay. Wait, is this
How much is the
pre-built?
shipping?
Here's somebody selling metallic MG 1/100 a straight gold frame of Matsumina. Oh, that's the water slide decals. I was like, what the hell? Why is that only $8?
Yeah,
Let's see. Plus $55 shipping. What the hell?
that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of stuff on eBay is like that, where it's like, oh, that price isn't too bad, and then the shipping is like the same price as the.
What the?
Oh yeah.
That's that, and you know that it actually doesn't cost that much to ship. So they're
No,
literally
that's
just
how
ripping you
they're.
off.
Yeah, well, it's an advertising gimmick, right? So the big price is what you see before you click on it. So you
Yeah,
see
no,
the $50,
I
and then you
feel
click
like-
on it.
I personally feel like that should be like they should not allow that. Like there should
I
be
mean,
some
They do that
somebody
on
should be calling
Amazon
some
too.
shenanigans.
It's not just eBay.
Oh,
Amazon
I know.
has the same shit.
I know.
Yeah, but
It's clickbait.
it's clickbait, yeah, but like Amazon usually does it for overseas shit, so that's probably just a way to prevent actual customs because they just say shipping is that and they don't put the shipping on the box. So
No, I've had it like when I'm looking for Gunpla on Amazon, there'll be like US sellers. What I've found is it's based on current stock. So like if USA Gundam and Gundam Planet and all of like the usual suspects have a kit in stock, it'll be regular price usually on Amazon. If they don't have it in stock, it'll be regular price plus $50 shipping
Yeah.
because they know that nobody has it in stock.
okay, I don't know the US antics because I live in Germany, so that
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they probably have different laws over there about that kind of stuff.
I don't know about laws really, but like they do have different shit.
Yeah, because I didn't notice that. I have a niece and nephew that live in Switzerland, and when I was getting them Christmas presents, I didn't see any of that weird stuff. So
Yeah, I don't know. We just more like the problem is the prices here are usually overpriced as fuck anyway, so it doesn't matter if you put anything on top of it or not. Just put it in there. That's why I get all my shit from HobbyLink Japan because it's the cheapest option, even if I have to pay customs for it.
yeah, which is so weird.
Like, I'm not paying $30 for a core Gundam, okay?
I mean, which one?
The core Gundam.
Like just
The
a core Gundam?
The basic one, yeah. Like, no, the Earth 3 one, that was like $10.
Okay, Earth 3. All right, yeah. 'Cause I
That,
was gonna say, like,
the normal price is $30 here.
because like Anima Rise is like high 20s, I want to say here, MSRP.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
it's like 25, I want to say.
Huh. Didn't
Wait,
realize
what?
that.
Anima
Like-
Rise? Is it Anima Rise or is it Uraven? One of them is like a decently expensive.
Like, Uraven was, I believe, 15, and Anima Rise was 20?
Okay,
Or, like-
20. Because there are
Uh,
HGs that are that, there are 20 some dollar HGs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, I know there are expensive MGs, HGs, but like, still, we have them for way more expensive here.
Yeah.
Because basically, if you have a kid, that basically meant you paid import taxes for it, right? So they all just put that on top of the price.
So there's no like European distributor.
Oh, there is,
Oh.
but they still have to pay customs.
Oh.
Okay.
So, like, we get them from Italy, and it's basically, yeah, like, just have fun. We also get the shit, like, 2 to 3 months after Japan, so I don't want to wait that long, especially not for Kotobukiya kids, because hell know when they come in.
Oh man, Kodo.
Like-
God, I gotta pre-order that Godzilla this week or next week.
I mean,
Gotta pre-order it.
yeah, I mean, I did pre-order on like a German site because I thought, hey, let's give it a go. So the kit came out in April. I got mine in September.
What kit was it?
The Asura Ninetales.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I was sitting here watching Twitter, everyone building it, everyone already has painted his, mine comes in. I'm like, well, fuck. Now I don't want it anymore.
I mean, US is a little bit behind, right? Japan, usually.
They used to be. It's gotten a lot better lately.
Okay.
Yeah, like you also have a P Bandai store. Like, man, we don't even have that. We have no way of getting P Bandai except importing it, which sucks.
All right, Bobby, you put together this kit, right?
Yeah.
What the hell? Why are there screws holding polycaps in?
I never figured that out, but it works.
Fair enough.
I also thought that, and I just did what the directions said anyways, and like the legs move just fine. So I don't know why they put screws there. I was confused when I saw screws came with the kit. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm like.
This
This
is
is
a
basically
small kit for screws.
yeah. This is like essentially an RE100. Why are there screws? And then the screws go into the polycaps. Okay.
Yeah, and are in like the hips. Like what?
Yeah, it's very. This is a very odd situation we've got here, but whatever, I guess.
Because I got used to, like, I've done a couple G Gundam kits which have screws. So I've done kits with screws before, but they're not usually in the hips.
Right. Also,
And
it
the-
is advised to glue E14 and E15 together.
Yeah, no, nope.
Don't-
Did not do that. So,
was
what
like-
I
I'm just
did
looking at
do
it like, I
though,
don't think I'm gonna glue it.
I sort of understand where they're coming from because those don't seat that well.
Right.
But
But
so what
they-
I did do is I have like a plastic vise, just like a little plastic vise,
Yeah.
and I just sort of compressed it and then left it for like a few minutes, and it got rid of the gap just by doing that. So,
Fair enough.
because otherwise there was a gap when I put them together.
But it is recommended to glue them. It says.
Yeah, no. I mean, go ahead if you want to. I'll be curious how that's different. But I did not do it. I did. I top coated that one semi gloss, and it looked pretty good.
Fair enough. Alright. I can see why it wants you to glue them, though, because their polycaps are a little on the large size. But,
And they don't. It doesn't quite seat together,
Yeah.
which is why like I said, I did the vice grip and it worked.
you go.
Or if you have like
Well, let's...
channel locks or pliers, just to crush them together a little bit extra.
I do not, but we'll see what I can do here. Oh, they're going to be held together anyways once you get the lower part of the leg on, right?
And yeah, the leg
No, I don't. There's not even
armor
a gap here.
pieces. Oh, okay. Well, maybe your mold fit better, or maybe you cut them out better than I did. But
And,
mine had a little gap.
I mean, there's essentially a panel line gap there where it's kind of recessed, but it's not a like you can't make them go together any more than what I have it. So I could see if you're like moving it around a lot that it could easily come apart though. So I can see
Yeah.
why they want you to glue it. But I don't think it's like that big of a deal.
No.
Yeah, they're not that bad. Alright, that's fair. Whatevs. I can see why they want you to glue them, and I might end up doing that anyways, just because. Just so they don't come apart at all. So I think I am actually going to do that. Because I can see where they could come apart. Actually,
Yeah,
no,
I
those
guess
are pretty solid. I don't think I need to do anything to these. I just tried to like get
Yeah.
them apart with my fingers, and I'm like, okay, no, that's legit solid. I'm not gonna touch them.
I guess I always just sort of think like the amount of torque that my fingers can exert is not anywhere near what like like a long plastic piece can.
Yeah, we'll see.
I actually ordered USA Gundam store has like a parts separator.
Yep, I need to buy one of those.
Yeah, it was like $5, and I was like, I'm buying something else anyways.
Yep.
So I put it in there, and I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm curious because
Oh, I mean, it's better than trying to pry it apart with a hobby knife.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
Huh. I do everything with my hobby knife, man.
I actually have like a tweezer set that I bought that has some different ones that are okay at doing it. Like there's wide flat tips that I have,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
All right, let that sit for a bit.
I'm also kind of taking my time with this perfect grade because I have no idea when I'm gonna do another one. They're so expensive.
Yeah, they kind of are, but they were so worth it.
Huh.
Like, I mean, I've got 2 sitting in my backlog, and I'm looking at buying a 3rd. I've already done 3. Like, they're so nice. Like, I've got the Mark II, I've got the PGU, and I want to get the Perfect Strike.
I think I might. I think I'll probably end up doing the GPO1.
Oh, it's so nice.
I would like to do the Zeta, but I don't see that in stock anywhere.
Yeah, it goes in and out of stock in like really awkward times.
Yeah.
Like I think it got reprinted a few months ago, so it was in stock like 2 or 3 months ago, and then it just went right back out of stock again.
Yeah. But I kind of want to do like a ridiculous one because this red frame seems like it's going to be super solid, but also like not that crazy.
The GPO one is really nice. If you want one that's really crazy, quote unquote, get yourself the Strike Freedom.
Okay, there's crazy and then there's monotonous. I built the RG Strike Freedom. I don't have any desire to do that on a much larger scale. No.
Oh man, those wings took 8 hours just for the wings.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, it was soul crushing. But like at the end result was really, really nice, so I can't complain about it.
Yeah. I would do like a PG Freedom because those wings aren't anywhere near as complicated.
Right.
I did the MG 2.0 clear color, and that was a pretty good build. So.
All right.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might do the inner frame of this red frame perfect grade. I might do that like the inner frame with the super gloss, the pledge.
Yep.
And then do the white pieces flat or matte, whatever you want to call it.
I saw a video a while back, not to interrupt, but like I want to.
No, go ahead.
I saw a video a while back of there's this Korean couple that does really awesome like resin kit stuff, and they did a blue frame where the inner frame of it was candy coated metallic blue, and oh man, it looked so nice.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to like do all that.
No, I
'Cause
get
that's a
that,
lot
but
of
like
work.
having that inner frame be looking like metallic,
Glossy.
and then like a
Yeah.
little bit more flat outer frame actually looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking of also like before I put the pledge coat on, I found that you can mix like Tamiya gloss clear with like a tiny bit of chrome silver,
Right.
and it effectively sort of makes the parts look almost like the metallic gloss injection parts.
Right.
And then if you put like the pledge coat over that, I think that would look pretty good. So I
Yeah.
might do that for the inner frame.
Yeah. All right.
I also I think I might buy another F91 MG, because I really want to try.
Oh, good.
I saw a video where somebody did like a carbon fiber with the airbrush.
Is that where they using like did they do the pantyhose method or some other
Yeah.
mesh? Yeah.
Yep, the pantyhose method.
It looks really cool. I want to do that with my I want to do a custom paint of my Barbatos with like a candy coat purple, like high gloss candy coat purple metallic all over the white parts, and then like most of the blue parts do carbon fiber, so it kind of has that like supercar look to it.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
But I don't know when I'm gonna get around to that one because that is a
I just was
Fairly
thinking
large
F91 because it's cheap and it's supposed to look like a race car anyway.
yeah.
So I still need to do, actually today my LEDs should get delivered, but I didn't want to buy the pre-built Bandai ones because
Right.
they usually suck and they're expensive.
Right.
So, but I found for like $10 on Amazon, they had like pre-soldered surface mount LEDs, so they're tiny,
Right.
but they already soldered them to leads, so I don't have to do it.
Yeah, that's what keeps me from doing most third-party LED stuff. Is like I don't want to solder anything.
Soldering
that's-
stuff's not bad as long as it's not like, see, like surface mount LEDs. You need like a magnifying glass to solder them.
Yeah.
Like they're tiny.
Like
But
I don't have any
regular LEDs, like 3mm LEDs, no problem.
Well, like I don't have any equipment to do that.
Oh, okay.
And I've done soldering in the past because, like, back when I was in college, I modded my original Xbox with a mod chip and all of that. So,
I
like,
also
I'm
did
not,
that.
I'm no stranger to that. It's just I don't have the equipment anymore.
Oh, yeah. I bought like a pretty cheap soldering iron. So.
But that's why I'm super happy about this Rudems kit because even if Dipper will say that the wiring in it is bad or cheap or whatever, it's still already like set up. I just have to run the wires through it.
Hmm.
So
I also need to look in. I was gonna look and see if there's space in the legs of the F91 to put a little LED in there.
it would be real tight. You'd have to drill some holes down through the frame.
I don't know, the magnet wire. Let's see. I already have it apart. Let me take a look. I mean, I could fit it in between the back of the calf and the frame. It's like magnet wire is incredibly thin. And then these SMD LED surface mount LEDs are like absolutely tiny.
Yeah, so I'm not an expert on any of that. Like, that is not my forte. So I'll take your word for it, but yeah.
But I'm looking at it more, and there aren't really holes in the legs. Like, I guess if I wanted the light to come out the back and like the vents, it would work. But like the front vents don't really have any space in them on
Right.
the calves or the shins. I'll play around with it. I'll see.
There we go. I will say this about these Flame Toys kits, man. Their polycaps are tight.
Yeah, that kit was very tight.
Like, it's not a complaint, but it is, like, compared to some Bandai polycaps that are like, hey, I put this polycap on and it's just flopping all around.
Well,
Like, this
the
one's
Flame
just
Toys ones, when I was doing that kit, I was really afraid I was going to break something. Because I was used to how loose the... Well, I was used to how loose the Bandai ones are. And so I was putting those together and I was like, I shouldn't have to apply this much pressure, should I?
I'm also used to, like, the Kodo style polycaps, which are also pretty tight at times, unless it's a frame arms kit, in which case they're just like, they're hanging on there with a prayer, and you're like, it'll stay.
I ended up basically basting that thing in gloss clear, like with no thinner in it. And that worked.
Yeah.
So, I just did that to the inner frame, and it worked fine. So I've got it in a pose where it's like holding one of its weapons up in the air. So, which would not have been possible before.
Which frame arm did you get again? Oh, the Jag Fox, yeah.
Yeah, Jag Fox.
Yeah, I just kind of had it doing this whole, like, holding the weapon behind it with, like, one hand extended forward, kind of looking all menacing. And it was, even that was kind of like, all right, is it gonna stay? Is it gonna stay? Is it gonna keep it? It's gonna keep it for a little while at least, if nobody jostles my case at all.
Yeah, mine's kind of in like like a war movie. The guy at the front of the big army raises up his weapon to tell everybody else to attack.
Yeah.
I've got it in that pose.
I really, really, really want to love frame arms because of how cool they look, but I also really, really understand that, man, those things are a pain in the ass to build.
I didn't think it was that bad. Like, now that I have done one, I think I would know how to do another one with not as, I've learned the lessons.
Well, keep in mind, the one that you built is by far...
a better one. Yeah.
It is by far the most sturdy one there is. Like, it is the best one. By a long margin.
I thought the armor was fine. It was just that inner frame that was a nightmare.
Yep, and a lot of the other ones, the outer frame, like the armor and everything, is just as flimsy. Like, even my favorite one, the Shadow Tiger, I like it a lot, but it is just a nightmare to even, like, think about touching. Like, you just have to glue so much crap onto it or else it'll just fall apart. And it's unfortunate because it's a really cool looking design. It just doesn't work. Like, and when I say it doesn't work, it's not a sturdy kit without a lot of extra work put into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So that, I guess so that means I've done 2 non-Bandai kits. So I did that and the Megatron. And then I just ordered a Supernova Ultron. Yeah. So that should be interesting.
The normal color one or the blue and white one?
Blue.
Oh, yeah.
That was the one that they had on the Gundam Central or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that just got restocked. Or like got rerun because they apparently changed it because it was too loose before, so they changed something. Now they rerun it.
Okay. I really want the Heavy Arms custom that they do, but I can only find it on eBay for like stupid money. So.
Which one? The Supernova?
Yeah, the Supernova Heavy Arms custom.
Yeah. I actually do want their Nataku. I think that one looks really cool, but I'm still on the fence about buying it because so far I have not met anybody who has built one to say what the actual quality of the build is like.
Well, I'll let you know.
Fair enough.
In like 3 months when it shows up.
Fair enough.
So I think that site said that it used to be like 20 to 30 days, but because of COVID, it's going to be like 60 to 90 or something.
Which site?
Gundam Central.
Oh, I never ordered from them. But yeah, probably.
I mean,
From
Oh,
China,
yeah.
I think.
I'm waiting on an order from them right now, actually. Which got to their shipping partner and then got sent back because it was too heavy, so they had to reship it with a different company.
Extremely professional operation.
I mean, I didn't have any problems with them when I ordered the Rodams kit from them. Like, there was zero problems with that. But then again, that was like way back at the start of this whole pandemic thing, so I don't think stuff was as affected as it is now.
Yeah.
And then, like, since then, I think it's gotten a lot worse for them.
I mean, I got 3 kits from them last year, and even at the end of the year, it still was fine.
You are a
Like-
lot closer than we are, though.
It doesn't change the fact that we have
Oh, that's
we
true.
have stronger
That's true.
restrictions and shit like that.
That's true.
Like, I currently can't even go to the post office to send off boxes.
Really?
Like,
Huh.
I still sitting on the box that I have to send a messenger. I'm just waiting, like, maybe at the 10th January, but probably not until March.
That's fine. I'm in no rush for it.
Yeah,
How does this piece go in? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, I guess my sister who lives in Basel was saying that everything shut down there.
yeah. We are in, like, at least in Germany, we are in complete lockdown. Hey, did I seriously miss a fucking part of the leg?
It's possible.
Where did it go? Okay, so I'm missing the part that connects the Zaku's leg to the hip, which is also like half of the leg.
How did you miss half the leg?
I don't know. Like, I cut all parts out. It's just not in the part pile.
Math, are we going to have to revoke your builder's license?
I feel like yes. I don't want it, but yes. Gotta start all over again. Gotta get myself an entry grade, then a high grade,
Yes.
and work my way slowly up.
And then eventually work your way back up to more girl kids.
Yeah, and then eventually just end up with buying girl kits only again. Like, did I throw it? Okay, well, if I threw it away, that's fucked because it's probably been sitting for half a year in just its box cut out parts, right?
Possibly.
Okay. And move it back here. Please just be on the floor. Okay,
Can't-
sad. The sad thing is it's not on the floor. Fuck.
Can't believe how many parts are in these perfect grade legs. It's ridiculous.
I mean, welcome to perfect grades, man.
Like, I could have built like 6 MG legs with, and I'm not even done.
Welcome to mastered or perfect grades.
Huh.
And like the MG that I'm doing concurrently is the Full Saber,
Mm.
which is a little bit more complicated than your average MG, I would say.
A little bit.
Not terribly.
Yeah.
It's not like Sosby complicated.
I haven't built the
It's
Zazabi.
not Verkar level.
Sazabi Verka is, I mean, it's probably the closest thing you're gonna. Well, I haven't built like a deep striker or anything like that, but it's the closest thing I've built to a perfect grade. That's a master grade.
MGEX comes real close.
Oh well, I'm not. That's a different grade. That's not an MG.
Oh, fair enough.
That's
Okay.
a different grade.
If we want
Like
to
I
split that hair.
actually, like when people were saying splitting hairs about it, I legit think that that's a different grade.
In
'cause-
the eyes of Bandai, it's like it's a half of a different grade.
Well, because the price is so much more expensive.
Yeah.
But
from the
the
sounds-
size, it's not as big as like a deep striker.
No, it's not.
So that tells me that it's a different grade. When a smaller kit is more expensive, that makes me think it's a different grade.
I will disagree with that because the high grade Dendrobium is probably one of the biggest kits you can buy, and is still 100% a high grade, and also one of the more expensive kits you can get.
Yeah.
Well, you
Like,
said it's big though. It's big and expensive.
Yes, but it's also
Well,
a high
and-
grade.
Well, but what I'm saying is like the deep striker is big and expensive, and it's an MG, right? But
Yeah.
the MGEX Unicorn is smaller but more expensive than the deep striker. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, it's got all the extra shit with the LEDs and whatnot, but and like how many shields does it have? It's got like multiple
3.
shields,
3.
right? 3.
3
Yeah.
shields, 6 Gatlings.
I have nowhere to put that thing. Like it would take up way too much room.
It took up an entire it has its own shelf in my DTOF next. Okay, it's not its own shelf. It is in the same shelf as my what's that thing called? The
But like to have the shield LEDs and like all the LEDs running, you basically have to have it on its base, right? The
yeah,
base that comes with it,
yeah.
which is
Yeah.
huge.
But like, yeah, it's taking up an entire shelf in my DTOF all for itself, except for there's also the what the hell is it? My Gridman kit is in there too, but it's like turned sideways because it's dynamic and thin.
Yeah, I don't want to dedicate an entire shelf to one kit. I don't have that kind of space. And honestly, I would rather do the weird LED stuff myself.
I'm actually waiting for a third party to like release a LED set for that kit specifically. I can't imagine that they wouldn't do it. And if they
Is the
do it,
official one not good?
no, it's really good, but it's battery powered and it is only has like the 4 color options. Like, and if they're gonna do
some Chinese company's gonna come out with one that does like all the colors of the rainbow.
right, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like that,
Yeah.
and if that happens, if they release that, and Bandai redoes this kit as the Banshee, then I'll probably end up replacing the MGEX with the Banshee version.
Yeah, if they made an MGEX Banshee, I might actually buy it. Just because I want a good MG Unicorn is the thing. And my understanding is that the regular MG Unicorn, I haven't built it, but I haven't built it because people keep telling me it has problems.
It's yeah, problems is a good way of putting it. It's just not for what it is supposed to be, and for what the like. It just feels like it's below standard for what it's supposed to be, which is disappointing considering what for the last
The real grade unicorns are fantastic.
Yeah, and the master grade is just kind of okay-ish.
Yeah,
Like,
because whenever I would ask somebody like, should I buy this MG Unicorn or MG Banshee, they'd be like, no, just buy the real grade. It's better. And I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, but you always want something that's that scale, right? Like that larger 1/100 scale. Like I totally understand that. I get it. That's why I got the MGEX instead of any of the other MG unicorns.
Yeah. Also, I think the MG Banshee comes with like the armed armor stuff, like the claw and
Yeah.
whatnot. The RG does not.
Yeah,
So,
but the RG is also the Banshee Norn and not the Banshee.
I have no idea what the difference is.
Norn is basically an upgrade, but it gets rid of the cool shit.
Oh. But then they did a P Bandai set of the armed armor claw.
Yeah, so you can make the Banshee,
Yeah,
but
but
you still need the Norn for it.
and frankly, if you just want a really good real grade RG, I mean, let's face it, just get the perfectibility.
How much is that? Like $400?
125.
Right, they,
Still.
oh yeah,
nothing.
right. They sold it separately now. Before it was just a Blu-ray release extra, so you
Yep.
had to like pay for the entire Blu-ray set as well, which was like $500.
Yep. But
I
now
don't-
it's
but-
a Gundam based thing, and it's like 125 for the RG perfectibility.
I mean, I did pay 180 for the RG Fenix, so
Yeah, but that's the Phoenix. That's like the gold plating and everything. Which honestly I find to look really ostentatious. I just don't like the Phoenix.
I don't like the shiny gold. I prefer like the Shiki gold.
Yeah.
Shiki gold looks nice.
I can't even fucking put that thing on anywhere. Like, okay, so I have a broken Zaku now. How the fuck did I miss a part that's the size of my thumb? Like, what the fuck? How is that even possible? Like, that shouldn't be physically possible.
Huh.
Huh. Oh wait, that's a core.
Alright.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'll say this about the Megatron so far. I'm actually liking it a bit more than I liked the IDW version Prime they put out.
Yeah, it's the only Transformers kit I've done, but I enjoyed it.
I've
There were
heard
some little weird things, but other than that, it was a good kit.
Yeah, I've heard the Seekers are really well done as well.
The thing that stops me usually from buying them is that they're just kind of overpriced, I feel like.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, me and Dipper, and like honestly, I think it's got a lot more to do with the how much Flame Toys has to pay to do the license. Yeah.
It's all the license because because Bandai owns Gundam, so they don't have to pay a licensing fee for it. Whereas Hasbro, I think, owns Transformers. I want to say.
Yep. Oh, it's Takara in Japan, so yeah, Takara Tomy Hasbro.
Okay, but they're not the ones putting out the kits,
Right.
So.
This is Flame Toys.
But and that's sort of why, because I look at it, I'm like, this looks all right, but it's like $60 for, like you said, like a Re 100 kit.
Yeah.
So,
but if you go and look at like kits from other companies, like the price of these kits is in line with what you would get for other
like
from other
Kodo
companies.
kits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think a lot of it's just Bandai just makes this massive volume of them.
Yep.
They just make so many that they can charge less for it, whereas these other companies make much smaller runs.
Yeah.
So they can't charge that. They have to charge more.
Well, it's 100% volume. A lot of these companies don't own their own factories. Like Bandai has its own injection factory and everything. That they're just like, yeah, we don't have to work with another factory. Like when we come up with a mold, we just send it direct to our factory and they start making it. Like other companies have to, send their stuff out to, like, they may have long-term contracts with specific factories that do this, but they don't own the factory. So like other companies are going to get in there and be like, hey, we need X run. So it's like, okay, well, we have to wait for this to run, and we have to do this other stuff. We have to pay the factory, part, and like, so Bandai's prices really do spoil a lot of people because there's so much more that goes into it for all these other companies to do their stuff that Bandai just doesn't have to deal with ever.
Yeah, like I'm not like upset at the prices. Like I don't look at them and go, oh, I can't believe they're charging that much. It's more like I look at it and go, I have a limited budget.
Yeah.
I could buy 2 of these, or I could buy 6 of these other ones.
Right.
Like,
No, I get it. Like I'm not sitting here trying to like, convince you to go out and spend a bunch of money. It's just one of those things where I think
well, I'm sure there are some people out there who are like, meh, why is it so expensive?
Right, exactly.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm more saying I would like to build them, but I don't have that much money.
Yeah.
So.
I can't say anything. I'm just building girl kids.
I mean, like all of the stuff that Kotobukiya owns, like all the stuff that they have that they come up with, like Hexaframe or Hexagear, frame arms, and a few of their other things, like all of those are way cheaper than any of their other stuff because they own the license.
Their license stuff is ridiculous. Like I'm never gonna build a Metal Gear kit. Like.
But you should.
Those things are so expensive.
Oh my god! Well, they're expensive mostly because they sell out fast, and trying to get one on the secondary market is, Jesus, impossible. I lucked out when I bought my.
Even the
Rex.
MSRP is like over 100 for like not that big of a kit.
No, the Sahelanthropus is the only one that's over 100. The Rex was only like 60 or 70, maybe 80. I don't remember. I bought it a long time ago off a USA Gundam store. The Ray is like 60 or 70. But like, yeah, the Sahelanthropus is definitely the most expensive, and that one is like 120, I think.
I mean, what I really want is a Ra from whatchamacallit, his other
Enders?
Yeah, Zone of Enders. I want to build a Ra, and I want a Jehuti. And those have been out of print. Expensive.
Yeah, because those have been out of print forever.
Yeah. Well, and that's what.
And I don't even think they have the license to print them anymore. Like, I don't think they can make any more of them.
They should have though, because they re-released that game not too long ago.
Yeah, but I don't think Kodo has the rights to the franchise anymore. Is what I mean.
Yeah, no, probably not. What was I gonna say? That's kind of like what I was saying earlier with what the Advances Zeta stuff, like that, the way that their legs are shaped, like with the toes, reminds me a lot of like Zone of the Ender stuff.
Yeah.
So, and that game is awesome in VR. It's so much fun in VR.
Huh.
Zone of the Enders 2.
Did they released it as VR?
Yeah, it's not like full, like you can't use like the hand controllers, like the touch controllers.
Oh, okay.
You just use like an Xbox controller or whatever. But it's really cool. Like you sit in the cockpit and there's all these like displays and stuff, and it's really fun.
Huh. Who owns that game anyways? I always forget. Is that Square Enix? Oh, it's Konami?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's probably why we haven't seen anything new for a long time.
It's a Hideo Kojima game from like back before they broke up.
back before the big breakup.
Yeah, back before they went all over each other's Instagrams.
Oh my god.
It was funny too because like it wasn't just like, I don't even know if Kojima actually said anything about it, but like all of his celebrity friends were like dunking on Konami for like a month after that.
No, he definitely had some stuff to say about it a little while after it happened, but it was mostly just like, yeah, I whatever, I don't care. I'm done.
Because like the stuff that I ended up hearing was coming from like what's his face, Daryl from the guy from his new game.
Yeah, Death Stranding and all that. Whatever's.
Yeah.
Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus, yeah. Like he talked all sorts of shit on Konami after that, and so did what's his face, Guillermo del Toro.
Well, I mean, like, frankly, the way Konami handled it was about as shitty as they possibly could have.
Yeah.
Like they
Like,
were
didn't they
basically
take his name off the credits and off the box for MGS5?
off. I don't know if they took. I don't know if they took his name off of the credits and everything, but like they
I know they
basically
took it
told
off
him
the
like you're not a.
box.
I know they took his name and everything off of the box for Survive, which is fine because he didn't want to be involved with that anyways.
No, I'm pretty sure they did it for Phantom Pain.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that happening.
Like
Because
end
like
of
I
the day,
think Phantom Pain came out like right after it happened.
like end of the day, they basically just said, yeah, we're taking all your shit and you can go fuck off. And like, yeah, way to be classy there, Konami.
No, they don't make video games anymore. So
Well, I mean, so much better to make gambling machines.
yeah.
Gambling
I
machines
mean-
based off of franchises that could be making money as games. Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Doesn't care if the development costs or
Yeah.
it's once again it falls into the state of corporation doesn't really care about what people want, just does money.
Yep.
That's where the money's at. So, I mean, is it really that surprising that gambling's a more lucrative deal than video games, considering that they try to shoehorn gambling into video games?
No. Yeah, I've been playing Genshin Impact and like
Oh God.
trying my best not to spend money on it. I mean, you can play it without spending money on it. Really, it's not that bad compared to other games.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good in that point. Like,
The thing is, where it's worse is if you're the kind of person that is like really wants a certain character, you can end up spending like 10 grand and not getting that character the way that their like odds work. But you don't need that character to play the game. You know. So
yeah, at least if it's a new character, you get it guaranteed in like
90.
180
do-
rolls.
it's it's 1 in 80 for the event banners, and I think 1 in 90 for the
180 is guaranteed the character on the front of the new banner, right? Because
no,
like
it's 90 for a 5-star.
yeah, it's 90, but the 90 doesn't have to be the exact same. But the next after that would 100% be that character. So
Oh, okay.
if you get 180 rolls on that banner, you're guaranteed to get that character. So if you want, you can spend like 400 and get it. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
400 that you spent on that, which is
I was about to say like
stupid, right?
that's
So-
still $400. Like holy crap.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Like
I
even if
spend
you're free to play, you can just get like one of these characters. Like basically, if you're playing every day and doing your chests and shit, you can get one every banner.
yeah.
So like every 3 weeks, you can probably get a 5-star character.
Well, I just do like I spend 15 a month on it, so I get the blessing and the battle pass.
Yeah, me
And
too.
I've gotten, I missed 2 of them. I missed Child and I missed Venti, but I got the other ones.
Yeah, I missed Venti because I just didn't play too long when Venti was out, and I wasn't sure if I'm gonna like the game. And then I got Kili Child. I skipped on
Zhongli?
Zhongli, and on Albedo I'm skipping as well, just because I want Ganyu, and I'm saving up to get her guaranteed.
I should have probably done that. But oh well. I got Albedo like yesterday, I want to say.
Yeah, I just don't like Albedo, and I already have like the main char as my DPS one sword boy, so I don't need Albedo.
Wait, who do you have as your main DPS?
Just the main char.
Oh, main character? Okay.
Yeah.
I have D-Luke as my main.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
only
I
mobile
don't have
game
a
I have
D.
been interested in lately is, and not for playing it because I don't even know if I could get it over here, is there's a Chinese mobile game called Iron Saga. And it's a mech game, and some of their mech designs are really cool.
Oh, is that the game where like the Kotobukiya design comes from? Of the ones that they released?
I don't think so. I don't think Koto's done any I don't think there have been any kits for Iron Saga. At least none that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The mobile games tend to be even worse than, as far as like their schemes go. Like a lot of the mobile games are basically unplayable unless you spend money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound any different than what you guys are talking about with Genshin Impact.
No,
Like, even
'cause
back when I
you
used to
can
play
play-
like, even back when I used
The
to play
thing
like
is-
Puzzle and Dragons, it was kind of like it sounds like exactly the same kind of stuff.
Genshin, you don't have to spend any money if you don't want to. Like my best friend plays it and he spent 0 money, and we're the same adventure rank. So, Genshin's just if you want like the specific thing, you have to spend money. But like a lot of the mobile games, like if you want anything that's useful, you have to spend money. Whereas in Genshin, you could play the whole game without like even playing the gacha mechanic once and still be fine.
Yeah, I mean, you get a full team of 4 characters just for free in like the tutorial, and like 2 of these characters are actually pretty good.
Well, actually, I take that back. You need 8 characters if you want to do the Spiral Abyss pass.
You don't need 8, you can
5.
just play 2-2, right? So, like, you can rock up there with 2-2, and you also get Barbara for free when you reach level 20 and finish the main story quest in the first area. You get free Barbara there, and once you reach the third part of Abyss, you also get Xiangling, so you get like 6 characters for free. And then sometimes there's events where you also get characters for free. So
Yeah, like Fischl.
yeah, pretty
but,
good compared to other games
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I was just saying that you need 2 teams for the Spiral Abyss past a certain floor.
Yeah, I mean, there's a dude who made it to floor 12-3 and just beat the complete Abyss with just their normal team that you get safe. He didn't even use Fischl in that because not everyone could play the event to its fullest, so he just had like 3 characters per team.
Mm.
And still won.
That sounds not fun, though.
Oh yeah, it took him like 200 tries to actually do it, but yes, he did it.
Yeah. But I didn't I didn't spend any money on that game for like the first 2 months I played it, I want to say. So
Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't get the
Venti.
Venti. Because like, I mean, I'm pretty sure if Soft Pity would have triggered, I would have gotten Venti. It just didn't happen.
But
Because like, in my first 10 roll, I got Klee on like as the 90th roll, which is like,
that's good.
I mean, 10 more rolls and it just like could have been.
Well,
no.
she's top 2 carry, so her and D-Luke are the best carries.
Come on.
Yeah, I know. I just need to farm the right artifacts for her. Because like, I don't use her as a carry, I use her as a support, which is so stupid.
Yeah, I don't know what you would use then.
Yeah, just throw bombs out and then use the main character to suck them up into opponents and deal massive PP damage.
I just use D-Luke, so I got him the Fire Witch set.
Yeah, the problem is I need a Fire Witch Hat that just has like crit rate or crit damage, because all I get is fucking Lava Walk out of that domain.
Yeah, well, I've got like hundreds of those, and like 12 of the Fire Witch ones. So
Yeah, so like I got everything set and just need a second Fire Witch part to have like the 2-set bonus. Because like pretty sure you play Glee with like 2 Gladiator and 2 Crimson Witch, so that's
yeah,
the
that
thing.
sounds about right. That's what
Yeah,
I'm doing
just
for.
if you play a caster, just 2 Gladiator and 2 of the Elements should be the way to go, probably.
That's what I'm
like-
doing for Ning Wang, who's my like second carry.
Yeah, Ning Wang is such a good character, man. She's like my main carry.
She just doesn't do anywhere near the damage that Diluc does.
We are not with a single shot, but like considering all the AoE damage you do with Ning Wang, like
Well, you
holy
end up
fuck.
doing that with Diluc if you have the right supports as well, because his I basically do his elemental burst like once every 10 seconds. So it's just like
Yeah, I mean,
because my
yeah,
energy generation is ridiculous. So
I know how he works, but still, like every 10 seconds you deal a little bit of AoE, or like every shot you do is like 2000 AoE damage. Is
well, his regular elemental attack also does AoE. His fire swings, whatever you call them, those do AoE. They're just not as large of an AoE.
yeah, I know, but like I still like Ningguang more. She has more ass.
That's true.
But like, okay. I mean, the new nun character that got introduced with the new story?
Rosaria.
Yeah, holy fuck.
Yeah,
I mean, every
I
other
think
character now
she's
is like a stick
Yeah.
compared to her, right?
Yeah, I mean, she's like way over the top horny for like the game does not have anywhere near that level of horny until that character.
Yeah.
But she's I mean, I don't know. I think she's actually a good guy and Albedo's gonna be evil.
Yeah, of course she's a good guy. She like from
She's the first
feeling
one
I
that
get
calls
from
out
her-
like I think Paimon's evil. Like I'm pretty sure Paimon is like that character from the very beginning cutscene
Yeah,
that like captures your sister. I'm pretty sure that's Paimon.
yeah. In my case, she catches the brother, but yeah.
Yeah. Depending
Like
on which
she's
character.
either dead or she's just like your brother.
Well, no, because you see your sibling in other
Yeah, but
cutscenes.
you don't see him properly, right?
Yeah, you see like
you
a
just see his body, you
silhouette.
don't see his mind, right? So
Oh,
maybe
that's
it's
true.
just like Paimon's, like it's just your brother's feelings or some shit like that. Man, like I don't know. Don't ask me.
It's some anime bullshit, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean the most probable thing is that she's gonna be the evil goddess from the beginning and like used up all her power, and that's why you travel with her so she can restore her power, which would be like, yeah,
That
mean-
or like she's using you to find something that she can't find on her own, but you can find it. You know, that kind of thing. Something like that.
like you, like I need to travel with you to just collect all the things that the ice god is also trying to get, right?
The Archon stuff.
Yeah, like the heart
Their
of the gods.
powers. Yeah. Yeah, can't wait to go to fake Russia whenever that comes up.
Oh yeah, that will probably take like 5 years or shit like
Yeah,
that.
it's probably gonna be like the last one.
Oh yeah, it is confirmed last. Like
Okay.
they have shown like a timeline. The
Okay.
next one is Inazuma. After that comes the
Yeah, I know
Dendro.
fake Japan is next. And then I guess
Yeah.
Mondstadt is like kind of fake Germany, but also kind of fake France. So
Yeah, it's just fake Europe in general. Like because Jean is like there are characters like Jean and Diluc which are kind of French, sounding,
And then-
but then there's like Fischl and Clay and
I mean the name of the city is like world city, but in French and German, right?
No, it's not.
No.
Mondstadt is Moon City.
Well, isn't Mond the name for world in French?
Oh, that. Yeah, right.
And then Stadt is
What?
city in
Mond-
German.
Yeah,
So-
but like Mond is also German for moon.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they just went with Moon City.
Okay. That makes sense.
And like, I'm pretty sure in the Japanese kanji it's also referring to the moon, so probably more of that.
But yeah, then there's all those characters with French names, and yeah.
Yeah, there's Jean, which is like Jean, and Dilou. And then there's Clay, that everyone says Clay. And her name literally means clover. It's German for clover.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck fischl is supposed to mean, but like,
I mean, fish is just fish, right?
yeah, fish is just fish. We just put the H in, we just put the C in
C.
the middle. It's just like the same to make the same sound, that's all. But yeah, I don't know what the other stuff for fischl is supposed to mean, like, what the fuck the hell? I'm pretty sure it's just like trying to make a German name, German sounding name.
She's like a cosplayer essentially, but like her
No,
cosplay
she has
true.
she has a disorder that she just thinks she's actually fischl because her dad once read her a story of it. So
Well, she's
actually called
basically
Amy, right?
she's
Like
she's
her-
basically like, what if your cosplay came true? I mean, that's like, because she has
Yeah,
superpowers.
she's basically what if she's like, I try to cosplay JoJo and somehow I got a stance.
Yeah, because like, and then like so they added. I've had her like almost since the beginning. Like I had her like long before you got her from the event. And
Yeah, me too, because like she was raid up on the Venti banner, so I just got her like twice, and then I got 5 Barbaras out of that thing.
well, so the English voice lines, at least, I don't know what language you're playing in, but in the English voice lines, they only had like 2 of her idol voice lines in there in the beginning for like most of the game until I think 1.2 or 1.1.
Yeah, and they fucked up the German on that so much. Like, I don't even know what the fuck she's saying.
Well,
At
in
first, I was
English,
just thinking she was just babbling some shit.
well,
then
in the
I read the sub of it, like what she actually says, and it's like, it's supposed to be Prinzessin der Verurteilung,
yeah, but she can't
but
say
like
it.
she just Prinzessin der Verurteilung. That's
'Cause in the-
basically what I got from it, man.
Well, in the English, she like starts to say that, and she can't finish it because she can't pronounce it.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
what it's
She's
supposed
just like, I'm the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
Yeah,
That's it. Just
and then
voice
well,
line
she's
stops
like
right there.
frustrated. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Benny has my favorite like idols, anyways. So
I don't know. The only time he's out is when he pops his ult, and then he's just back in the team again. Don't need him.
but I got Fischl to C6 the other day, and it's goofy as hell. Basically, you have a Gatling gun.
Yeah. Like, it's even worse if you give her the compound bow, because then she gets speed every hit.
Oh, I don't ever actually like fire her bow. I just pull her out. Same thing like what you do with Benny. I pull her out, pop Oz, and then go back to dealing. So.
Yeah, if you have, like, I also do that sometimes, but sometimes I just like to shoot with her arrows as well.
Hmm.
So I don't really focus on just one thing. I use her kind of hybrid. So yeah, it's just the way I do it.
There we go. here.
Probably check to see if these parts are ready for another coat. Yeah, the nice thing about putting like a coat of smoke over the stuff that you lined with the Sharpie is it like dulls it down a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on what
uh,
you're going for, but
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, at times it can be a bit extra, and it's like, oh.
yeah.
But like
The
on
smoke-
the Amatsu, oh my god, it just looks so good.
On the real grade one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to do an RG build strike as well. Like I've got to assume it's like pretty simple, but I did the Star Build Strike HG Plavsky wing and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done any of the build stuff. I mean, I've done the HD build stuff, but not like I haven't done the build strike.
Yeah, the HG, the Star Build Strike Plavsky wing is a really good kit.
Cool.
And it's got a lot of clear parts, like big clear parts, which is I always appreciate.
I mean, that's kind of a like main character build kind of thing, is giant clear parts on stuff.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. If you just get like the Build Strike full package, it doesn't really have any.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's got like some on the knees and stuff, but it doesn't have like big ass ones.
Well, the big ass ones are the wings, yeah.
Well, on the Plavsky wing, yeah, but like the Build Strike full package has like solid color ones, but they're not like wings. They're like, you know, mechanical looking wings or whatever.
Yeah. Just the backpack thing.
Mhm.
But like that one is also from like the. No, wait, they're both from the first series, right?
Yeah, they're both from
Yeah,
Build
it's
Fighters.
just like mid-character update, right? So just more clear parts makes it better.
Yep.
Because clear parts equal strength in build world, right?
I mean,
It's like, yeah, I have hidden clear parts in my Gundam. Now it's more powerful because it can use like the specific system that I just made up. Oh, okay. Makes
why-
no sense, but sure.
It's not supposed to make sense. It's a kids show.
that's how clear
Yeah,
part. That's how
I
clear
know,
parts
but,
work.
like-
Clear parts let you break all the rules. Come on.
That's why I like that show, because it's ridiculous. Like it doesn't care. You know, that's why I like it. It's just goofy.
Oh yeah, I know. I like it as well.
It's like it's what I watch when I just want to like feel good about stuff.
It's the show that got me into Gundam.
And like if I just want to like listen to some characters talk about how much they love Gunpla for like 30 minutes.
I guess the only
Hmm.
problem I have with the build stuff, especially build divers, is that like since most of the show takes place inside of inside of one of the Gundam base stores, it's like this is literally just like a 26 episode, 20-minute a day commercial.
Well, I mean, they're just playing a game. Like it's a, MMO basically. In the diver stuff. But
Yeah.
like the build fighters is totally different. It's like they go all around the world in like a tournament, and it's like Pokemon kind of.
So
Yeah. Basically.
I just can't help but see it as a Gunpla commercial. Like, and I'm not
It
saying
is.
that's a bad
I mean,
thing.
It is.
it's
Because,
a
like, I've
Gunpla
watched
commercial.
enough. I've watched
That's
enough
exactly
Transformers
what it
in my life.
It's a really fun Gunpla commercial. Is
Right.
what it is.
Like, I mean, I've watched enough 80s cartoons in my life to be okay watching a 30-minute commercial.
Yeah, and that's totally what it's like. It reminds me a lot of the stuff that we had when we were kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like build fighters a lot. Not so much not so much divers. I haven't tried Re-Rise yet, which everybody keeps telling me Re-Rise is really good. So
Yeah, Re-Rise is basically, I would put it on like the same level as Fighters, the normal one.
It's
Pretty
okay.
good.
I didn't really like Re-Rise. I didn't like it as much as I liked regular Build Divers, that's for sure. But I'm
What?
probably also in the minority on that too, so.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
most
definitely
people
seem
just
to be.
think that normal Build Divers sucks ass.
People told me the way people sold Build Divers to me was you should watch this before you watch Re-Rise. You're watching this so that you can watch Re-Rise. I'm like, okay.
But like, you don't have to watch it to watch Re-Rise.
Yeah, I don't know. People said that there was enough of like carryover info that it was a good idea. So
Like, in the middle, like at the end of the first season, you see like them fighting against the main protagonists from like the first one, but from normal Build Divers, but that's basically it. And like the characters are back, but if you don't know them, it's like, okay, I don't know them, but I still don't miss out on anything.
well, I already watched all of Build Divers, so already did it. It was
Yeah.
okay. It was something I put on in the background and didn't pay that much attention to.
And it's not
No,
like I
I mean-
hate Re-Rise. It just didn't. I don't know. The plot was very much. It was at least with Build Divers. It was like, okay, this is like they're tying it into Gundam with like, you know, this area that they're doing this mission in is a lot like, you know, from this anime, and you know, like it actually tied into the Gundam world. Like, you know, the fiction of the Gundam world, not like, you know, oh, they're
Have
actually
you seen
in.
Build Fighters?
I have not seen Build Fighters.
It
Yeah,
has
Build
Ron
Fighters
Paul
is, Build Fighters is basically that, right? Like,
Build
there's
Fighters
even the
literally
there's
has
like-
Ron Paul in it.
yeah, they do.
And they're like Build Fighters, they're just constantly like dropping Gundam references. Like the main character loves to just say, "Oh my god, that's like what happened in that one episode of that series of Gundam," and like that's like half the show.
Yeah, like to me, who was completely new, I was just like, I don't understand any of these references, but I know that guy because he also was in Try.
Yeah, for me it was
Before, like, I didn't know that Build Fighters was a thing after I watched Build Fighters Try. So I was like, oh fuck, I watched the sequel before, okay, let's go.
But
And
Try is
afterwards,
like-
I had to watch Try again just to get all the references to like the earlier characters. Because
Try
like
is
I was
like a
just
whole new
okay,
setup, right?
he had like this Gundam inside of another Gundam, and I was just like, yeah, okay. I guess that's where you start off, but like I just didn't know that Try was like the second part of the thing, right? So I just thought it was its own thing, which it wasn't really.
Yeah, I mean, but that's one of the things I really liked about Re-Rise was the references to, you know, the classic Gundam stuff. Which is like, you know, it feels to me like they could have done the entirety of Re-Rise and not called it a Gundam show, and it would have not been any different.
Oh yeah, of course. But the same goes for Build Fighters and all of that shit.
Well,
I
no,
disagree
because-
about Build Fighters.
Yeah,
Build
like,
Fighters very much is in love with the fact that it's part of the Gundam. Like Build
Yeah,
Fighters
but now-
constantly lets you know that in the Build Fighters universe, all of the Gundam anime exists as anime.
exactly.
Like that's
And it doesn't
very
feel
like-
important to that show.
Yeah, and it feels like none of that is a thing in
Re-Rise.
Re-Rise. Like, okay, yeah, they're using stuff that's based off of Gundams, but like even the mobile suits that they're piloting are such massive departures from the original designs that it's like, okay, so what's the point of like even saying that it's you know part of that design? Because it doesn't seem like it's based on that. You said
Well,
it was.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it has to be somewhat based on it because like half the reason I think they did the build stuff is because they save money.
Oh yeah,
making those
definitely.
kits. So, but like because the first Build Divers, the main characters thing is just like a modded 00.
Right.
So,
But that's the thing. They actually go through a lot of this is what this is the kit that this is based off of. We're
you should watch
doing this
Build
battle.
Fighters. That is all Build Fighters
Yeah,
is.
Build
But they're
Fighters
doing the
is
whole this is
like-
we're working off of this.
Build Fighters, he literally, you watch him build a Gundam, a Gunpla, and he's like, here's the parts that I'm attaching to make this, he goes over what the difference between the Build Strike and the Build Strike full package is. Because the whole conceit of that show is that the main character, there's two main characters, right? But the one that you see first is he's really amazing at building Gunpla, but he sucks at fighting them. And then he makes a friend who's good at fighting them but has no interest in building them. And that's the thing, is they're he builds them and then his friend fights them. Because they in that world, it's not like a computer game. It's they put their Gunpla on this special thing.
Yeah. They go over it in that's part of the plot of the first half of
Divers.
Yeah,
that's true.
Where this one guy's mad because everybody's not playing with their toys the way he wants them to.
Yeah.
He wants
that
to
part.
ruin his
That part I
toys.
just rolled my eyes at because I'm like, okay, this is the dumbest protagonist ever. You're not playing with your toys right.
The whole conceit of that show is stupid because,
oh no,
first
there's a
of
lot
all,
of dumb shit in there.
If a company accidentally created an artificial intelligence,
They would not fucking
not
delete
get-
it.
Yeah, no, they would study it. They would shut that game down just so they could study that thing. They would, you know what I mean? They would quarantine it. They would not get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And they sure as
Yeah.
crap wouldn't let their user base fight over the future of the game.
Yeah, no. The game masters in that game are so underpowered compared to what an actual game
Yeah,
master.
Yeah.
they're just there. Oh yeah, we can do shit, but they never do shit, except in the end where they shoot the new code rockets, because apparently they patch it via shooting rockets lifetime, which is okay, fuck that
It's
shit.
it's like the 1980s hacking stuff where it's
Yeah, exactly. Oh
hack
shit, we're
things by
getting
playing a
hacked
video
from where?
game.
Oh, some. It's the same thing. Okay, I need to hack into the main core, into the main server, and it's just go into the back room there. There's one of the consoles. Just use that, and I'm that's not how that works. That's not how you should get to the main frame.
Look, all I'm saying is that I have been a computer programmer for many, many years, and never once have I taken on a job where some dude wanted me to code a virus while getting a blowjob from Halle Berry.
Hey, I like that movie.
That movie is retarded. As a person who works with computers, I look at that movie and I go, that's retarded.
No, absolutely. Yes, of course. But that's why I like it. Because I saw it when I was 14 or something. And that movie, half the point of that movie is nerds are cool. You know what I mean? And it's that was the first movie I ever saw that was nerds are cool. So even if it's nothing like what we actually do in real life, it's got the TBR Tuscan in it, which is a cool looking car.
That is very true.
So, and that company doesn't exist anymore. So.
All right, there. A Flame Toys IDW Autobot Megatron is complete.
Nice.
There, I'll turn him so he's facing the little side camera there. I actually really like this guy. I really don't get why they want you to put those darker colored stickers on. Make those stickers the same color as the rest of the kit, and it'd be fine, but...
Well, here, let me show you what mine ended up looking like.
Also, tiny, tiny instructions.
Tiny instructions, some stickers that it doesn't tell you where to put them.
Oh, it doesn't tell you, but I know where they go because they're on the front picture.
Some of them are. Some of them are not.
No, they all are. I'm seeing it right now. I can see it right here.
I couldn't see some of them.
Yeah, I see where they're supposed to go.
Some of the purple ones, I didn't know where they went.
Yeah, because they're not intuitive, but I see them now that I'm looking at it.
I think I got all but 2 of them. And there were 2 that I could not figure out.
These stickers do seem to be slightly better than the ones that came with the IDW Optimus Prime, though. I'll give them that. Slightly better. Not a lot better. But they're not immediately peeling off like the IDW Prime ones do.
Alright, let me see. Actually, I probably already have that.
Oh yeah, that's where they all go. Yeah, they don't tell you in the instructions where these go, but the picture on the front of the instruction manual enlightened me.
Well, that's how I figured out most of them, but there were just 2 at the end. I couldn't figure it out.
So there's the 2 that go on the outside of the arms. There's 4 that go on the upper thigh black pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 4 that go on the knees. And that's it.
Going back to the RG Amatsu Minan Amatsuhana, does yours stand without like some kind of stand, or does it also just fly backwards every time?
I just have it up on a stand in flight because I don't like. That is not a kit to me that deserved to just be standing around. Needed to be dynamic.
Don't have action bases left for it, so can't do that.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
I had to
most
put
of my-
mine on an action base because I'm like, yeah, there's no way this thing's gonna stand up on its own without an action base.
Yeah, even my wing kits are standing on the ground, sadly. Like, if it didn't come with a stand, I don't have a stand for it, so. And I'm not gonna put them. And I'm not gonna put an RG on like one of these stupid basic stand things that you get with basically every build fighter, build diver kit.
Yeah, a long time ago, I found somebody online selling a bunch of action-based 4s as a good price. So I just bought just a butt ton of them.
I mean, I'm currently just using like the stand it comes with, like the tiny clear thing that's supposed to be for holding up his lance. I
Yeah.
just use that as a stand just so he doesn't fall over backwards.
So,
Well, it works, just takes up a lot of space because, well, the mobile suit itself takes up a lot of space.
yeah, it's a big boy.
Well, so I put the 2 pictures in there with different lighting.
All right, one sec. Putting the last of these stickers on.
Gotcha.
Except for the ones that go on the chest, because screw that. There we go. I gotta lay him. Gotta turn him upside down to get to that sticker. There we go. Now I can rock his hips back a little bit, give him a little bit more dynamic pose. His feet, for being on like 4 ball joints, don't really do a lot.
No. I mean, he's so blocky. I don't even like. He's just gonna kind of stand there for me.
Pretty much. Alright. Yeah, that looks a little bit better, but even then, it's just kind of like...
I mean, it is a
Yeah.
different color than the rest of the kit.
Yeah,
I see where you're coming from with that, but at least the way that I did it, it's got some like weathering on it, so it blends a little bit better than just having that single color sticker.
Yeah. I kind of wish he had a little bit more of an ab crunch to him. I guess I can.
No, he's not for posing. He's for.
Do that, and then push the knees back a little bit more. So he's got sort of a. I mean, you don't need like enough of an ab crunch to do a Pat Lee pose, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's an old reference that somebody might get out there on the stream. Remember, kids, the way to draw Transformers via as according to Pat Lee is they have to be crouching and they have to look like they are made out of shattering glass, and they have to have dull surprise look on their face all the time. Oh man, but no, this is a satisfying little build. I dig it.
Yeah. Good.
It's like I said, it's not. I don't know. It's not quite as. I think the IDW Optimus Prime is a lot more dynamic in how you can pose him, but he also isn't as good looking.
I think if I would have paid full like MSRP for the kit, I would have been mad, but I didn't, and so I was happy.
Nah, I think he's fine.
Like if I'd paid $60 for that thing,
Oh,
no.
60's way over, but I mean his MSRP
That's
is only like...
MSRP.
Really?
Yeah, because I got it for 40% off at like a big chain hobby store. So they're gonna sell it normally at MSRP, and I paid like 30 something for it.
Really? 'Cause
So,
I think
yeah.
the store that I bought it from, they were. I got it for cheaper because I know the guy who owns the place, but like the price tag that they had put on it before they were going to put it out on the shelf, before they were like, no, hold that for that guy, was like $40. So.
Huh. Well, that could also be, that sounds like it's like a third, like a individually owned hobby shop, right? Like its own thing.
It's not like a big chain store or anything.
So they have full control over their own pricing.
That is very true.
So there's a decent chance that the models are what they're trying to get people in for to buy the paints, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, depends
on their strategy.
It's a game store, so they're getting the paints in to make the Warhammer people happy, and then they're just trying to branch out. And so, like when COVID hit and everything went into lockdown, this store actually ended up still doing well because they were doing a lot of Magic the Gathering sales online. But then they also like ended up cutting a lot of costs because they weren't hosting in-person events. They weren't using as much electricity. They got like a cut off of their rent and everything because of the everything that was going on with COVID. So basically the guy who owned the store was he's like, hey, you do those model kits, on the stream and everything. They look pretty cool. Is there like a decent market for that around here? And I'm like, well, there's not a store in the area that sells them, period. So if you were to sell them, you'd be the only person in the market in the area. So you'd probably be able to at least corner it, I guess, if there's because I don't know how many people in the area are into Gunpla or anything like that. And he's like, well, I've got a little extra money because of everything that's going on. So I'm going to set up a distribution deal with Bluefin and order a bunch of stuff. And I want you to let me know what's popular and what would sell well. And I'll get a bunch of it in. We'll do a push for it. We'll see if we can start getting sales for it. And if we do, we'll just continue to do it.
How far north of the border is it?
We're just up in Madison.
It's like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, if you're in Chicago, it's there are more places in Madison that, or not Madison, but Milwaukee that sell Gunpla, but not in Madison. Like I think the only place in Madison that ever sold any was Barnes and Noble, and it's Barnes and Noble. And now Target, of course, has the HG RXs and the MG Barbatoses, which I was at Target today and that shelf was wiped out. Like last time I was in there was like
my local one hasn't stocked them since I bought all of them. So I mean, I bought all of them because the RXs were like $5, and the Barbatos, they had one Barbatos that was $25, and the MG So I was like, yeah, I'll buy those. And I bought all of them, and they haven't gotten any since. So
I was in Target here just before Christmas because I was looking to buy Transformers, and they had I think 10 MG Barbatoses, a whole bunch of RXs, a few high grades that weren't RXs. I don't remember exactly which ones they were. I'd have to go. I think I've got a picture of it on my phone. They had a bunch of the Gundam Universe figures.